she could handle. A human, on the other hand, a human is literally the greatest
Insult.
The greatest insult.
Rude.
She will. Saying that is like the equivalent of saying I would like to rage.
Yeah, literally, if I cast reincarnate on her and she's like, oh, I appear to have come back from the dead, it's like, well, I had to reincarnate you. All right, what am I now? A human.
We're alive.
I'm watching Amy's face. Our faces are on stream and stuff now. I've been for a little bit.
So,
who cares?
Welcome to, Gnomesville, apparently.
Helmsville.
The reincarnation channel.
nice behind the scenes moment. We're trying to keep Jade off the wagon, basically, or on the wagon. What was it? Is it on the wagon or off the wagon?
No, you're trying to keep her on the wagon.
We're trying to keep her on the wagon. We're not dragging her off the wagon.
Off of Lost Ark is what we're trying to keep her.
I've lost my
I need to go back. I need to farm.
So, welcome to Heavyweight Gaming.
Family.
We play lots of D&D, loads of D&D. We try to do other RPGs, but we've decided to go absolutely mental and just run D&D until his eyes bleed. So, welcome to the channel. It's Tuesday, second day of the week, second campaign of the week. Yesterday, they got their second session in, and When Glory's Not Enough, which is super cool. Thank you for coming along. If you did, go check it out. Tonight, it's Fables Among Titans, session 63, I think. I've put it on the stream somewhere. We're going to go with that.
Yeah,
We're going to go with
63,
session 63. 63. That's over a year's worth of sessions if you ran weekly. Ridiculous.
We didn't.
We did. We tried.
If a D&D runs weekly.
Yeah. Heretics, blasphemies, blood magic. So, welcome to session 63. We have the lovely Sasha back with us, who abandoned us. I mean, was busy last week, but they're back now. So we will see what Ozra's got left in the tank during this lovely delve into the Darkling Caves. So, social media stuff. You can find us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. Just type Heavyweight Gaming or follow the links in the chat, and you'll see what what I'm posting absolute waffle about. But hopefully it's D&D related, or at least world building related. Look at them links. I missed them yesterday, Mel. I had no idea, what was going on. I was just shouting URLs, HTTPS every 5 seconds, nothing else. So you could go find us on social media.
See what happens when I'm not around.
It all fell apart. Ree just spammed commands from like 3 years ago that just doing just anything, just everything. Where am I? Discord. Come and join us on Discord. Why? Because we're all there and we chat bollocks on it. Just come and join in. Come and join in the waffle. There's another one. YouTube. If you want to see hundreds of hours of RPGs, mainly this lot and a couple of other of our campaigns, go follow our YouTube, and you'll get to see these wonderful coconuts destroying everything in their path. Yeah, it's dramatic. I think that's it for that stuff. So, sponsors. Coyote Grey. We'll do Coyote Grey. Ah! There's a monkey face on that, and I did not know. How did I not know there was a monkey face on the YouTube one? Oh, I've been duped. If you like chibi artwork, like I do, if you specifically look at Ozra's token on the screen and the little slideshow that's going on the larger ones, they're done by Coyote Grey. If you go to the Roll20 Marketplace, type in Coyote Grey, you'll get to see all his chibi token artworks. He does packs of them, like 100 tokens each for $4.99. He's done a Cyberpunk one as well, which I immediately bought and used in my Cyberpunk games. Super cool. I got a lot of love for his artwork. He's responsible for the personalised tribute tokens that you do see in the slideshow, and he's also responsible for the main cover art that you see on the thank you for watching and stream starting soon. And I'm dragging him into a project of mine that I got given today, which I'll talk about another time. So, that's Coyote Grey. We got Lucky Battle Maps. If you love battle maps, and they're just A3 size in a book that you can flip out on the table and go, bam, I've got a fortress or a cavern or an arcane circle, a tundra, a sewers, a town, a tavern. Boom, Lucky Battle Maps is your person to buy things from. Every what do you call that thing? Every Kickstarter they do, super successful. They've won awards for it. They smash them out every time. They've just done a sci-fi one that immediately got funded, and they're doing a castles and caverns next, and that has already got people chomping at the bit to get it done. So they're super cool. And if you play digitally like we do, they provide all their maps they create digitally. Twice in, can't do it. Then yeah, go check them out, and you can put them on like Roll20, Fantasy Grounds, Foundry, stuff like that. So go check them out. Ashana is a glass crafting nerd. She doesn't craft nerds out of glass, but she should and could if she wanted to. Go check her out. She sometimes streams on a Tuesday. If she's about, we'll raid her at the end. Go to her Instagram and you'll see loads and loads of cool, super cool little glass miniatures and stuff. like World of Warcraft and sea creatures and stuff. It's super cool. And she's super zen as well, so if you want to go chill out with her, go show her Shana. Lots of love. Sunscape, not a sponsor, however, Epic Games did Epic Sound, and I claim that we're Epic. So we needed Sunscape, and they do an abundance. They do a shed ton of sound sets and ambient music that you can play around the table, out your Bluetooth, tablet, PC, phone, and give your players a lovely spooky moment or tavern-like cheers and dragonfire and such. Really, really cool. If you play online, like we do, then your players can download a web player app, and when you play the song, music, sound set, etc., it goes through their web player app into their very rooms, headsets, and they can turn it up and down as they see fit. Really cool way of creating ambience in your storytelling with dice. What else have we got here? You can't see it, but Roughworks Creative. Go check them out on Facebook. Just type in Roughworks Creative or follow the link on Facebook, and just go straight to the photo album. Don't look for any messages he might have posted in the last 5 years because he's terrible at it. But go check out his photo album. Unbelievable stuff that he makes. Just wood and leather, bare-handed, blood, sweat and tears, and he's beautiful. Does like 1 push-up a year, and I hate him. So what else we got? Sawdust and Swear Words, go check them out. I'll throw a link in there. They're super cool. Lots of love for them. And I think we're done there for sponsors. Tasha's Heavier Crockpot Bits and Bobs, if you like 5e stuff. Uli, thank you for the 200 bits. Morning, we'll get to that bit. Oh, I forgot you weren't nice.
Thank you.
The first supplement by HWG over a year ago. Is it a year? It's been a year, hasn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Year and a month.
The D&D has just arrived. Tasha's Heavier Crockpot.
Listen, at some point I'll edit the commands, okay?
It's 81 pages of subclasses, spells, and artwork, and everything a TTRPG player wants. Find it here for $9.95 on DM's Guild, and obviously there's the link. 200 copies, blasted out in seconds. It won a couple of like first week drop awards. It's really cool. It's super cool to see folk coming together and putting in their artwork and their ideas and stuff. Not only is it 81 pages, there's 80 new spells, so go check that out.
Yes, the new one used last week. Haha.
On source material created by Heavyweight Gaming and our merry folk of lunatics. We have had our first chinwag of starting our source book for the nation of Etoria in Colossus, and I nearly died when they suggested we were ready to go with it. So
Awesome.
I've
That's
already
so
got
cool.
40 pages sat waiting to throw at Arcane himself, and he is overjoyed at the amount of editing he's going to have to pump into that.
Oh, so it's him that needs to edit, right?
But,
Okay.
Oh dear. Poor
I am fortunate
Arcane.
enough that out of the 4 or 5 of us, they can all write, and I'm just really good at waffling. So we will come together and create a masterpiece. And it's going to be, I can't wait. No timelines, no ETAs. I will just shout about it every session. But we've started the ball rolling, and we're super keen to get a source book of Colossus. But yes. Woo. I've forgotten what else I was going to say. Bits. 200 bits.
Rerolls.
Rerolls. I need my cue.
Come in. Oh,
Dwarf Warrior.
Dwarf Warrior, thank you.
Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Thank you, Jenny. You're already on 5.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
We're
You're
at
on
4.
You're on 4. Do you feel...
Try again.
Do you feel sorry for the adventurers? Donate 200
Yep.
bits /cheers to give the party a reroll. Monkey face. They can't be used on the DM or death saving throws. They can only hold 5 at a time, and they don't roll over to the following week. Boom. Am I done, Captain Bell?
Yeah.
Yes. So let's have a recap, shall we? And you're on 5. Well,
Yay.
I hate you all.
We need them. We need them.
Right, last
We
time
can
I
so
said,
leave them,
much.
thanks.
last time I said they cap out at 5, you put them on 13. So just take a breath this week, will you? All right?
Yeah, let us use 5 and then do 5 for Sapphire.
Yeah.
I should have put that in actually. Who are these rerolls for? Sapphire Party or the rest of them? What are you
Oh
doing?
no. Don't separate them out like that.
So, recap. We split the party. Not just
Nice.
not one just went down sewers and other one went, we'll take top, you take low. They decided to go to separate continents on a planet 4 times the size of Earth.
That's a great idea.
Now, there ain't no one who's ever split the party that far before. And if you have, keep it to yourselves. So, Sapphire, you are in the land of Vare, the Vare dynasty, where your homeland, or at least for the better part of your life. You went there to check on, there was a couple of mismatched visions, came through dreams, meditation, there was a scrying done, and it led you to believe that it was worth the risk to go to Vare and check how real, whether it had happened, going to happen, in the mix of, and you went to Vare. Solomon Summerbreeze, the father of Xandria and Kesfion, went with you as a protector of his children's friend, like walking you to the shops. Turns out when you got there, it wasn't quite walk to the shops, as the end boss was there, smashing through a temple. When you got there, you got to see an old acquaintance known as Owlbearer, the Goliath warrior that you met, when you met Osra way back when, and the Reapers of Kashai. He was on death's door. You rushed over with Solomon, brought him from the brink of death, got him up, gave him at least 10 hit points, and then took on a 20-foot demon. It's the only way to play D&D. The demon growled, the three of you ran. The portal through the tree that you would have used to get back to the Jezerete in the Glade of Autumn had an arcane glyph of locking upon the tree. The three of you looked at your martial prowess, all three of you with martial prowess. It's like, this isn't for us. So you jumped on a magical golden scarab shield beetle. I mean, these sentences are just golden. You then ran down a mountain on back of the beetle, because why wouldn't you? As the large scarab beetle is bounding down the mountainside, Solomon at the reins, bouldering through swarms of imps in your way. Yourself and Owlbearer went as anime. Oh look, more rerolls. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Went full anime.
We're at 6.
Back in day, we did indeed play Spelljammer with AJ, the Game Weaver. So, as yourself and Owlbearer animated the crap out of the imps swarming over the beetle, took down 2 ape-like demons, blasted them out the way. You continued further and further down until it was more lush, green, and at least a sense of safety in that the demons were concentrating whatever they were doing up the mountain, and you were at least a mile away further down the mountain. Beetle was put back on Solomon's back, shrunk down to its shield-like status, and you, Solomon, and Owlbearer went off the beaten path and took a place to rest, which is where we'll leave that bit. Recap for the desert party. You are currently going through the Darkling Nest that Solomon and Osra found a few days ago. After Sapphire's left, you've come together. Your mother, Zerin Summerbreeze, is doing something called a blood dream. She's a few feet away from, well, maybe 100 feet away from the actual entrance of the cave where you were. You found a small alcove. She set up her components for this dream to take part, and she began going into her meditation. Not for a reroll. And she began her meditation to initiate what she's calling a blood dream. Her request to her 2 children was they'd asked if they could help, and her thing is if you distract them for as long as possible, that will the best help for Zerin in her blood dream. You fought your way through the stragglers out front of the cave, encountered a large globular ooze-like creature that was very territorial, and gave it a bit of a whooping and then went past it and let it disappear back into the sands. You entered the cave of the Darkling Nest, and in the first initial area there is a very large, almost foyer-type cave where there were these creatures in the shadows and darkness of the ceiling that Osra and Solomon identified as the things that don't like light and tear your flesh apart if it's dark enough and they get near you. And the rest of you, or at least Kesfion, Xandria and Ivory, recognise them as the bird-like flesh-eating creatures you faced early doors in your adventuring days. All knowing that light/daylight they're not fond of, the druid Ruby whips out daylight, who also received the Mark of Autumn. Cast daylight, a 60-foot globe of protection. These creatures have swiftly done one, and you are currently in this very large, like I said, foyer-like cave to the entrance to this Darkling Nest with a globe of daylight going on. and you are ready to discuss or move on or etc. I will 3, 2, 1. The desert crew, go.
So we're in the front and we've kind of got this bit, and it looks like it would be good for a rest. You were saying, yeah.
It is a good place to defend, and you would easily see anything coming near you, rather than trying to rest somewhere where you could get snuck upon.
Cool. Nope.
Was that no, we're not resting here, or no?
That is a no. We've literally been fighting for
Yes.
3.5 minutes.
And that's an
Harry
exaggeration.
was
Some of us
pouring
didn't
out
even
his
break a
nose,
sweat.
you know.
Ari needs to do more cardio.
He does.
Alright,
Cardio.
so I need to write down my charges somewhere. But will a cure wound sort you out, or do I need to bust out the big stuff?
There is a wind that you hear coming through the caves as you continue your conversation.
Well, Ari, will a cure wound
I didn't know whether you're talking in character or not. That's why I was like, Cohen's probably fine, but you know, we'll see.
Okay, so Ruby will take the staff of healing. I've lost all my post-it notes, so I don't know where I'm going to write this down.
I'll write it down for you if you
walk up
want.
behind Ari and just... She doesn't really know how the staff of healing works. Okarion said she'd know what to do, so she just kind of like prods Ari with the staff.
Turns out it's a Vorpal. A Vorpal staff of healing. As you reach out with the staff, there is a warm feeling like cloaks over you, and you can feel the presence of fur and the smell of acorns nearby. And you close your eyes for a moment, and you can hear Okarion speaking in your ear, but you don't understand the words he's saying. You just know it's his voice, and his hand kind of holds yours as he just angles it slightly. Instead of you prodding Ari, you kind of bring it slightly upright, and you mutter a couple of words of Sylvan, and it activates the staff of healing. And then you just hear one last time from Okarion, "There you go, girl," and the warm feeling dissipates. But you are now aware of how to control the staff.
Thank you. So that is a cure wounds for Ari. 1 charge per spell level up to 4, so that's 1 of 4 cure wounds. Low-key disappointed that Okarion was nice to Ruby instead of insulting Ari for needing a cure wounds, but
How much healing was that?
I just have to look up cure wounds for it
Oh,
real quick.
sorry.
Normal cure
Usually
wounds is a D8.
D8
plus,
plus your wisdom. Yeah, plus your spellcasting ability modifier, so it's plus your whatever your wisdom modifier is.
So it's an 8. Oh, very nice. I've rolled a 7. And that's plus 4 on wisdom, so you may have 11 points of health back, Ari.
Thank you.
Go on, Ginge. Give us a cuddle, mate. You hear a bird, apparently. Someone's You're fine, you've got another one. You're alright. Kids.
Chin up, lad. Chin up.
Chin up, lad. Sledgehammer next time. So, as you hear some small rocks falling, a bird from beyond, and the buzzing of insects, and a bit of a wind coming through the caverns and such, healing is done. What is your plan? Of the three tunnels ahead of you that all lined off in different directions, what is the plan?
Where is the wind coming from?
From where you've just left, so the entrance you came through,
behind
and
us.
Oh, okay.
and the three,
All three
All three.
tunnels.
yeah. Thank you for the follow, Kaylee, Danielle, Dan and Leia. Sorry if I got that bit wrong.
So if I'm recalling correctly, Cass currently has Ruby's Hawthorn staff, the regular staff, because that's what had light cast on it, and you
Yeah.
were the vanguard into the cave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Kessa's got the front and Zandria's got the back.
Cool.
Okay. So, is there? Could I kind of do a wee bit of a scout, see if there's anything to differentiate the three kind of paths?
Go
we
for it.
have? Let's roll some dice. What do you want me to roll?
Investigation.
Great, love that. That's a spicy little intelligence roll.
I'll wait till Kess does his thing and then I want Xandria to do something.
I was gonna say, recheck it.
I honestly thought Xandria was going to be like, I'll help him to give you advantage. And she's like, no, when he fails, I want to do something.
No, I didn't say fail. I didn't say fail. I said when he's finished.
Okay, you word, Well, yeah, 17? Okay.
17.
So you kind of go maybe 20 feet into each tunnel, trying to get a bearing of where it might lead, if it's just a run around and they may join later on. Thing that you notice quite quickly on your 17 is in and amongst the stonework and the sand, it's real heavy packed sand, you see stone walling. So if you spent a fair amount of time, and I mean like a couple of hours, you reckon if you hacked away at all the sand here and where the dirt is and how densely packed it is, maybe with Xandria's new axe or a pickaxe or some such, you reckon if you uncovered all this sand, it'd be a wall, like sandy stone coloured wall, and it's all three of them. And the more you look around, you can see now that they have that tunnel cave like effect because of the overgrowth on them with the sand that build up.
So it's a pre-existing structure.
It looked like it was a pre-existing structure that just happens to be beneath the dunes. And you haven't gone that far beneath, but there is a slight gradient to the a decline to the tunnels. But it doesn't give you any general, oh, we should go this way. It's entirely up to yourselves.
Okay, so...
And what would Xandria like to do?
While Kess is like pottering down one tunnel and then coming back and then pottering down another, Xandria's gonna just stand sort of like in between all three tunnels. And she's just... So what Jade knows is I'm going to use Divine Sense. What Xandria doesn't know is she's going to use Divine Sense to figure out if she can determine any undead within 60 feet of these.
Oh, that's...
Okay.
So Xandria's just standing there, just kind of like looking down the tunnels, watching Kess like come back and then go down another one.
Roll a religion check.
A religion? Oh boy, that's intelligence. We love intelligence checks in this party. Woo!
Okay, you've had 60 sessions of wisdom.
Some of us do. However, Azra is still the most intelligent.
We love wisdom, intelligence
Religion.
checks.
What do you get?
Religion, yeah, 17.
17. You go stand there and you look at all three of the tunnels, and then your hand comes up to the wooden axe hanging on your chain, and then you look straight down the middle one, close your eyes, and there's a brief moment where you're like, where would they be? And you just go, and the rest of you sort of see the sand and stuff on the floor kind of as a pulse of very mild force, not enough to move any of you, but just that quick breeze in the hair type thing rushes out 60 feet from Xandria. There is a Ruby's presence, her aura, exists just off to your right. You don't look, you're still eyes closed, still focusing, but you can feel as if someone's covering a golden light off next to you. Ahead of you, there is something that you just crisp that reminds you of death, of those that walk with unlife. Just on the edge of that 60 feet down those, in all three of those directions. And then you kind of wake. There is nothing even remotely fiendish at that 60 feet.
Cool. So, once Kess has done his thing and gone down each tunnel and kind of like come back, Xandria's just gonna go. Points to the middle one. That one.
Okay. Lead on.
These are the Darklings who are looking for.
My elf sense.
And he'll take the lead with the big shiny stick.
Yep.
Xandri
will take rear.
And just keep an eye out for anything untoward.
Untoward. Okay. As you start, do you all just follow Kess? You all going down the middle?
Yep.
Yep.
Coolly. So as you are following...
No further splits.
We got rid of the cat.
No further splits.
You excuse me. You make your way down that tunnel. This breeze, it comes fairly quiet. Like you can't even hear your own footsteps because of the thickness of sand beneath, and it's just a soft padding. There is a breeze that is coming towards you, less from behind now as you go deeper into this corridor / cavern tunnel. I'm assuming you pointed out the stonework and that you saw like the stone wall.
Yeah.
So you see more and more of it, and it becomes more and more obvious after Kess had pointed out. You can see now where, if you were to remove it, there's a like almost bending of the corridor. There is a door that you come across on your left. Loads of it crumbles down in front of you. Timing. You hear the cry of a bird. I need to turn that bird off. I don't know how it's on the soundtrack, but
the seagulls will always find you.
yeah, always die boy your chips. There is a door that is completely covered. Will take hours and hours to even attempt to uncover, but you can just see like the top quarter of it just kind of not covered up by any sand, but the rest of it is thick and heavy. So you can see that it adds more to the structure, the pre-built structure that's beneath these sands.
Well,
go on.
Obviously this has clearly been abandoned or overgrown, shall we say, because it's clearly not abandoned for quite some time. Have they ever heard kind of anyone talk about such a large structure over here in the dunes, or like something that was at one point relinquished? Because presumably, like, there's quite a few long-lived people in the tribe. There might have been.
So your immediate, as you think on that, Sahara never mentioned anything historical about the place. As he's looking around, and after you pointed it out to him, he's having a similar, like, you can tell that he's distracted and trying to recall a story, a poem, a whispering around a fire, but he's not yet said anything to you. You can do a history roll if you want.
Yeah. It feels odd that we patrol this area, but this seems so old but so new.
Well, you patrol the size of Africa.
I know, but like
But it is a fair assessment. You would.
I doubt it's going to be anything that's 14.
Other than common hero stories of folks spinning and dancing in the desert, and great creatures of power hoarding wealth, children's stories that a lot of the humans tell, whereas you lot are kind of like, that was me Auntie Susie. Nothing's popping up at the minute. But Sahara sees as you like running your hands on the stone and looking thoughtful. Sahara kind of gives you a nod, acknowledging that he too is trying to rack his brain. Yeah. What you do spot though is the colourings that you see now. So now where you are now, as it comes round, the tunnelling gets wider, almost maybe 30 feet across and say 35 to the other side. So you've got an odd attempt at a rectangular room, but you can tell just by the way it's grown, where it's overgrown, that this isn't a natural cave. It's got a slight odd shape to it. But you scoop away some of the sand just to double check that there's still a stone wall and it hasn't gone further into an actual tunnel system. But as you're doing that, everyone walking through here, you start kicking up the sand on the floor, and you see on the floor a like orange tiling with, as in from a very light, almost yellow orange right through to a deep, like tangerine orange in like mosaic tiles. And if you uncovered more of the sand, the pattern would repeat itself throughout this area. And it goes back to the tunnel that you've just come down, but again, it'll take you a while to clean up, further cementing that you're still within this structure. Give me a perception check, Kess, as you're being the most active with ye olde eyes.
Oh Jesus, helps if we roll it into the dice tray.
Luke's mate.
Like the disciple. That is 24.
24.
Yeah.
Across this room, it pans off to your right, and you imagine that it goes further into this structure. But straight across the room, there was something just peering out of the gloom ahead of you, maybe 50, 55 feet away, all the way down the long corridor. As your eyes kind of come round to that corridor, it just disappears off.
He'll hold up a hand to kind of halt the others. There's something down there.
Should I cover the... And Ruby will like show the copper coin that has
The light
daylight
on.
cast on it, which is...
If it can see us, I'd rather be able to see it as well.
Sahara will tighten his grip on the bone spear. I'll follow your lead, Cass. And he just kind of gets ready, just in case. Can you all give me
You want me
perception
to
checks?
go quietly ahead? Perception.
Yes.
$19.
19. Sandra?
23.
23. Ruby?
13.
13. Ari?
22.
Cass?
Oh, you want me to reroll?
Yeah, please.
Sorry, I thought it was.
No,
and
no,
then
it's alright.
everybody
It's
else.
alright. My bad.
That is. Oh God, I hate math. That's 23.
23. Cool. So, as you're all pretty on it, Ruby, you take a little bit longer to catch up to what they are all hearing. But you
I'm
start
closest to the source of daylight, that's why it's my eyes.
See. Can't see anything round here. You start to hear the flapping of wings, skittering as if you were under a pipe and there was something skittering through the pipe. So like in the stonework and sand above you, you can hear skittering. So there must be something hollow above you. Lots and lots of skittering. The flapping of wings is, you're looking, I mean, this daylight is 60 feet. And as it definitely reaches the ceiling, which is only maybe 10-15 feet in some places, maybe 20-25 in others. But it definitely covers everywhere Ruby is able to aim this thing. All the way to sand. There's nothing blocking it. But you still hear the flapping of wings come from the far right and straight on where you saw whatever it may have been dip out the way. You all also notice every now and then there's greenery down here, like actual patches of grass, or at least not like desert grass. It's dry, it's still able to grow, so maybe it's a subterranean desert breed of plant. I don't know if breed's the right word, but
Mini oasis.
very mini.
So how does the grass seem to react to the daylight at all? Does it? Because
It's too short to spot, if that makes sense. Like you'd have to
Yeah.
be really like investigating the grass, like deliberately laid on the floor looking at it.
Yeah.
It's a very short grass.
And it doesn't look like anything other than some scrubby. If you leave an area alone, something will grow in it. Some kind of weed. Will
Not
grow.
far off. Not far off. I mean, the caves in the highlands, they have greenery, flora that
Yeah.
only grows in the caves. Like you've never managed to get it to grow outside the cave. It's definitely a subterranean plant.
And it's a natural plant. It's not a.
It does appear so, yes.
Do we want to go quietly ahead?
You're stealthing out.
Ari, how well do you see in the dark?
It ain't pitch black, but it is shadowy dark. So you'd be all right for a short distance, but you probably won't be able to see like 100 feet or anything.
Well, that.
I can see well enough.
Okay, be careful.
So what was your stealth, Harry? As soon as you just rolled the dice, I assume it was enough.
Just roll the dice, but I have now. So I presume you're going to ask me that. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Cool. So, you Are you hugging the walls, trying to keep yourself as small as possible? As you
Yeah,
can?
like I feel like he's probably going to go towards where you can hear the flapping noise, but kind of keep towards the sides, keep out of the way.
So the
of,
flapping
like,
noise
direct.
is all around you, above you, with the skittering as well. You can hear a lot of
Okay.
flapping off to the right, and the tunnel that Kesvion pointed out something may have seen and then dipped out. So you've two choices
Yeah,
of
where we've seen.
where you've possibly
something.
seen something. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you make your way down there and you keep hugged against the wall, the party behind you can see are kind of just leaving you. No, they're getting ready for anything that may happen. You make your way down, you get about 30, 40 feet down there, and you turn around and there is it is as if it's foggy down here, but there's not fog, it's just the light seems to have gone a bit, like if you were to put a see-through veil over your face, and you can still see there's light, but it kind of takes the edge off it. That's what it feels like when you look back at the party. There's like a film of filter. There's a filter on the light. I should really get a thesaurus. And you, as you get to that point, it immediately turns right. Does the tunnel, like a right angle in a cave? Just not a natural thing. This has definitely been engineered. And you can see that the corner bit is full-on sandstone, like 3 or 4 large stones up, showing you that this is the right angle of this corridor. Then there is a long stretch of grass, the real short grass that you saw earlier, in a bit of a like a V shape, and it opens up into a very large area that is completely covered in sand and other dirt and this bits of greenery. There are some small what look like fungi, mushrooms growing into some of the corners, but there is no other sign of life. It's lit enough that you can see in there. There is a light source coming from somewhere, but you don't see like any beams of light or anything. But this is a massive area, like akin to like a welcoming hall at one of the great houses. Maybe not as big, but it's got that grand scale. Give me a perception check as you just kind of peek around the corner to see what's there.
Ooh, that's a good roll. Maths 26.
26, shit.
Yep.
So
I rolled an 18.
as you're
Through the woods.
yeah, I'll send you the map. As you look into that area, on your right, like somewhere on your right, like almost through the stonework, you can hear the flapping kind of get faster, then slow down, and then go silent, as if you just listened to a creature of flight land on something. You also hear several heavy thuds quite quickly, as if like several thick sticks were like hit into the sand quite quickly. And that's that's from within the hall, this hallway that you
so it's before. Within the hallway and like the big kind of area.
It does sound closer, yeah.
Okay.
And then there are several corridors that lead away, and you can see now that they are corridor in nature, and there's less sand and stuff on them. You can see clearly now that the rain has gone.
Okay.
Can he see all obstacles in his way?
Cover that perception check.
26, yeah.
How far did you say I'd gone from the party? It was about 60 feet.
Oh, just a bit less, maybe about 50 max to that
fine.
corner point. Yeah.
He will whisper a message back to Cass, and just sort of say, "There's some noise from the right, from where I am. It's a really big area. Might be worth just prepping and coming down."
He'll kind of pass on to the rest of the party with a bit of a shrug and kind of head off towards the direction that the Ari was in.
Okay.
Suit.
Follow like a well-behaved little druid.
Are you any of you sneaking, or are you all just walking down there? Like, are you all sneaking? A few of you?
Does Cass sneak?
Yeah,
Cass
like
is-
he's
yeah,
not gonna
Cass is
like.
Pretty good at sneaking.
Stompy. But are you going to roll a stealth?
Yeah, I can.
No, I'm just asking because Ruby's going to follow your lead. So if
Yeah.
you're like sneaky, and Ruby's going to try and sneaky, if you just like stroll off, Ruby will just follow you.
I'd rather be hunting it down than it hunting me down.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. Ooh, yes. That is a 23.
Okay, 23. Who else is stealthing?
How many
Me.
rerolls have we got?
Zandria?
Because I've rolled
We've got 6.
I think we have one less now for you to reroll
Yeah.
that.
Zandria, what did you get?
Total of 6.
At a disadvantage, I got a 16.
16.
Oh yeah, because you're in heavy now. No.
On the reroll, thanks gang. I got a 15.
Cool.
That's a bit nicer.
Osra, are you stealthing?
Ooh, natural 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
22.
She is the knight.
He is the
Yeah.
night.
I'm in my favourite terrain, underground.
Yeah.
Darkness.
Is it still favoured though? I mean, that backstory is. Woo! Right, so. Oh, Sahara. He'll stealth.
Technically, Ely, we've got one more than we should have, but you know.
Oi! Sahara got a natural 20 as well.
Hey!
Hey, finally.
Look
He's
at him
being
showing up.
useful.
Wow. Wow. The only reason you two were adventures because of that one. So,
Oh, Sahara.
he had his day. So as you all sneak down and catch up with Harry, you're all pretty confident that despite the heavy armour of Zandria and Ruby's not natural knack of keeping to the shadows, between the 5 of you, you all managed to get down there pretty quiet to Harry. And you were all kind of perched around that corner area now, and you see before you. If you all go to roll 20.
Already there.
Oh, joy.
Ready. Waiting.
Oh.
Mushroom cave.
move-
Mushroom cave.
You can move yourselves to where you want to be. You're kind of all.
Luke, update your hit points. So.
I
Kind of
had.
Yeah,
it might be a different token, so it won't.
it's a different token.
Yeah, if it sees it as a different token, it won't be.
Give us a sec.
So you're all kind of there.
Well,
Sapphire is waiting in the next cave.
It was 11.
Yeah. So Sapphire's about to. Yeah.
it'll probably be about ish beside Ari, because he's got the big light stick.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we stealthed our way down there while you're waving around a fucking 4-foot glow stick.
Well, I figure it's kind of been like tucked it, like if he's still got a hold of
I'm
his
going to give you
bow.
the benefit of the doubt that you covered it.
Look at the cloak,
Yes,
yeah.
like I'm figuring that he's not like waving it around like he's
Or your
on
natural 20's just got binned.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like slid it almost like inside
Yes, you
Like-
are, Uli, if you want.
where he had his bow before, because like that's
Oh.
still in hand.
So as you get to that edge, you all kind of like, Ari's pointing out where you heard the fluttering and the large thudding of
Nasty.
like footsteps, and you kind of all looking around, and then you hear this fuff, 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 as something crawls out from down this way. If you can see my ping,
Yep.
It's
Oh, yeah.
not a puppy, is it?
it is
I
not
wish.
a puppy.
We don't know that.
Oh no.
Oh.
It's not a puppy.
And a creature quite large, with several legs. I'll keep the descriptions as best. You see a massive violet spider.
Ruby's. She can't help who she is. Her reaction is literally, oh wow.
It is, again, for you phobias, it's just a very, very large spider. However, the things you notice that, other than its size, Ruby, is there's a smoke that seems to follow it around, like really close to its body, like a greying mist that kind of wraps in and around its legs, over its head, its body, around its face and fangs. That seems to cling to it, and when it moves, it still moves with it. It doesn't kind of like wisp off in the air, like
Sick.
no spider you've ever seen.
By any chance, sort of like have a a blurred filter veil effect on the light around it. Is that like what Ari would have? What
From
Ari
here,
was seeing?
it doesn't look like it, but we'll see when you get closer. But before we do, I'm going to jump over to the Catman.
Catman.
Hitman!
Yep. Okay,
So,
hi.
As you make your way through the forest, keeping a very cautious eye out, you can feel memories all about you. You got the climate, the smells, the visuals. This has been your home for 20 years, maybe a bit less. And what a place to live it was, as I go to change the music. See if this.
Is this after the rest we took by the waterfall, or is this before? Are we still trying to find it?
This is during your rest.
Okay, cool. Sorry, just wanted to check.
You're kind of rest and moving. Solomon and Owlbearer have got up and they're moving and resting, rather than they're just walking steadily, taking their breaths, taking it easy. You know, and you're kind of just resetting yourselves. Solomon keeps taking you off the beaten path. You don't care, on the path, off the path. There's just that nostalgic feeling. This music's not doing what I wanted it to. What you do here is the waterfalls that come down the mountains. And so should the chat if this thing kicks in. Yeah, that's right. So you can hear the waterfalls pretty close to you. Let me turn that down a bit.
That's quite relaxing.
Yes. Like I said, the nostalgic feeling rushes over you. Owlbearer is grabbing any flora he can to try and create some sort of good berry that he's never been able to do before in his life. But he heard a story once. You start to recognise it, like, it's not that you kind of forgot where you were for a moment, like after everything that's been going on over the last few months, even though you've been put back into a familiar territory, a place that you know like the back of your paw. It takes you a moment to realise, oh shit, you're not far from a small mountain village called Tonto, which is used as a waypoint for folks travelling up the mountain to the temple and back. Maybe a 20-minute walk, a pacey walk, you'd reach the small village of Tonto. Unless you tell me otherwise, that's where you're going.
No, I'll inform the other two and say, look, we're not far from a town. We'll be much safer there. Let's do the trudge.
There's relief and worry on Owlbearer's face. The relief of finding somewhere to sit and heal up, but the worry of there's demons, you know, a couple of hours up the mountain. Solomon seems in spirits. Tavern sounds good. And off you go. 20 minutes later, shockingly, you don't see any sign of threat, no demons. You're obviously checking back quite a lot. The three of you have kind of come to the conclusion that they're there for the temple, like that was their goal, and that's what they came for, and they don't seem to be spreading out any further, at least at the moment. Because when Tonto comes into view, other than hearing like the local wildlife, you can still hear the waterfalls, because the mountain's quite popular. It's got such a large river that runs down it from the top through like the north, west and southern faces of the mountain, that there's a lot of waterfalls. Heading into Tonto, the village is almost an optical illusion for those walking up, but kind of obvious if you're walking back down. Walking up, it looks like it's floating off the edge of the mountain path, but it's just the way the rock kind of slants and grows forms beneath where they've decided to build their small patches of little veggie patches and rice patches and stuff up there, that it just gives an illusion that the small building, which is the hall, the tavern, the sleeping house, there's like 4 buildings max in Tonto, kind of is hanging off the edge, but it's actually just the overgrowth of their small farms that they managed to set up there. And then you see every now and then a couple of goats rocking around, chilling out, waiting to be milked and killed for meat. Do you know what I mean? It's a life. It's a life. As you walk into Tonto, it's not a great populace. Hamlet is probably been generous, but it is a waypoint. It's almost like a service station. People travel to it to work. Some stay over. There is one inn there called the Stoneway, which you also know to be the name of the person that runs the inn. A large Kaoyan, so a giant-blooded, runs the inn. And you see just a few locals, a couple of elves of Vey, and a couple of the Goliath giant-blooded folk of Vey, just going about the business. They seem to be not fussed, just enjoying life. Like there's not a lot of traffic coming through here. It doesn't seem that many people have come up the mountain or down the mountain recently, for obvious reasons. You know they don't. But yeah, it's dead quiet. It's as if most of them look like they're staffing there somehow, like looking after horses or working the inn, but with nothing to do because there's nobody there. Give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Where's my perception? +7. Oh, 25.
25. The stables, just as you're approaching Tonto, the double doors of these stables close, and you just see as a young elf with his hair kind of tied back in a ponytail, in just the casual, what you'd consider exercise clothing, the thing that you didn't mind getting ripped and muddy and sweaty when you were training before you put on your nice kimonos and such. They're kind of just wearing that, this young elf. And they just shut the stable doors, and you just see beyond those stable doors two humanoid shapes. One kind of tall and slender, and covered with like a travelling jacket, not like a winter, just covered, hard to tell what they're wearing. And you see a glint of metal, whether they be quite large, this second person. Maybe plate armour or something. They're wearing a lot of metal as the doors close, and then the young elf just kind of goes about feeding some of the chickens, the mountain chickens. You know what I mean? Getting that in the book.
Yeah, okay, I'll note that for now. But I think the primary thing is to get us into to get a rest. If it was Sapphire was on his own, it might be different. But
so you
he
approach.
definitely doesn't want to kill him.
You approach the Stoneway Inn.
Yeah, head towards the end.
So there is, for obvious reasons, no paper walling on this inn. It is very elegant wood, or at least decorated on the outside. But you've been here before, and on the inside, it's thick wood. Like this will withstand a pretty nasty storm if it was to hit. I mean, the panels might get ripped off, but the building itself has been built for staying power. When you go in there, there's one customer, that probably works there as well, but is just sat enjoying a large jug of liquid and a small cup. They don't look particularly drunk. It is... You're unsure of what time of day it is, you just know it's daylight. And then you see behind the bar the large Kaoyan, the Stoneway, giant-blooded. Some call them Goliath, some call them giant folk, but to the Vey dynasty they're known as Kaoyan, the smaller cousins to the actual giants that are in Vey. Stoneway, where are you, you descriptive shit? Stoneway is the typical the stereotype description of someone that you'd match or labelled giant-blooded. They're thick-limbed, tall. Their hair is rough and just kind of hangs loose. If you ran a brush through it, it'd probably be long and silky down to their lower back. But Stoneway don't care so much. Constantly moving around in the tavern, being a bit of the gaffer around these parts. With no official title, the staff there just kind of react to what Stoneway says. They don't seem to give two shits what people think of their appearance, kimono or otherwise. You can imagine whether they are, the elite of the dynasty or a farmer. Stoneway would treat them the same way. Recognises you. There are not many white Leonin in the Vey dynasty.
Yeah.
And just nods at you and waves you over, looking at Owlbearer for longer than the other two, and then a bit longer on Solomon as Stoneway sees the desert garb.
Sapphire will quickly nod to them and go, "This is a safe place. I've rested here before," and then we'll head over towards Stoneway.
Owlbearer just puts his hand on your shoulder just before you leave, just nods and just collapses into a chair. just pulls the chair really close to the table, so the table helps with keeping him kind of postured. Solomon looks at you. I'll watch the big one, and just kind of sits next to Owlbearer and gets some drinks while you're there.
Will do. Sapphire will head over towards Stoneway, and when he approaches, just a gentle bow, hands together as a greeting.
Stoneway don't bow, just gets a little nod.
Yep. We need somewhere to rest, please, and a few drinks, and then I have news to report.
That was a lot, Saf. Drinking the normal?
Yeah, surprise. Yeah, throw the same to them. I'm interested to see how they take it.
No worries. Gin! And the elf that you saw just sat enjoying themselves, just having a jug. Just gets up, goes
I
out
thought
back.
you meant he was ordering them, Jen.
No, just shouting at the gin. Gin, pour yourself. Gin goes out back, returns with a very large jug that befits the large paws of Sapphire. You have a nostalgic moment, another one. That's my jug. That's Sapphire's jug. It gets filled with gin and a couple of cups are brought out. Do you want them on the on the table? Says Gin.
Yeah, please.
He's
No,
got his brandy.
They deserve it.
And Jim walks over there. You turn back to Stoneway. What's this news you got then, Saf? In Yorkshire.
Sapphire. Oh yes, Yorkshire. Goliath in
this Kickstarter is going to be filled with flat caps and dwarves.
Sapphire will lower his voice, even though there's not many people in here. He doesn't want Jin to hear, weirdly, and it seems right to lower his voice. The Temple of Hiwa has fallen.
Stoneway just looks straight at you. Looks around. Smells your breath. Are you alright, Saf?
Alright would be a strong term.
I mean, I know you and your pals look rough, but come on.
So something big was there. They were there to steal Sensei Rin's energy, and everyone there. They had an army of demons. There were fiends pouring out of the temple, and everyone that I could see is gone.
Just wait there. Jin, come here. Jin walks over. Just stand there. Say that again, Saf.
Sapphire repeats himself. The temple, not only has everyone there been assumedly killed, but part of the temple has actually been damaged, ripped down, broken apart by a 20-foot fiend.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh god. Oh yeah, that's gonna. Oh, that's a 7 minus 1, so a 6.
Jesus. So Jin's kind of stood there, like listening to these words, and there's a slow, like, recognition of, oh shit, what? Storm like, Saf, you can't be drinking at this time of day. There's what's Rin gonna say? How's your training gonna be affected? We've been through this before.
Sapphire's not very poker faced at the moment, and as soon as Rin's mentioned, just crestfallen, like tears welling in the bright blue eyes behind the white fur.
What is going on? Go and sit down. I'll be over in a second.
And Sapphire will go and slump into a chair and see how the other two are doing.
Owlbearer is just cares not for anyone's presence right now. He's just resting up, drinking the strong alcohol that Jin brought over. Solomon is just wait, shots for me, and just banging them back. So how'd that go? You let them know that the house up the top's gone.
Yeah, they don't believe me.
Your dad's Yorkshire as well, by the way.
Yeah, they don't seem to believe me. I mean, I guess for them that's where all of the main fiend hunters of the area are trained, and that's the least likely place that would have been hurt.
I can relate. Our lot
Yeah.
are known for it's almost cry wolf in the desert sometimes. They just don't believe that we could ever face danger, so when we do, they don't believe us. I suppose that's similar around here. If you're responsible for killing fiends and then claim that fiends are killing you. Do you want me to lay a bit of the desert lore on him?
I'd be interested to see it. I don't know what it is, but by all means.
Don't really exist, but we can make some up if you want, Saf. He's looking around as if just making sure Zarin doesn't appear out of nowhere. Give him a clip round the ear for causing trouble.
No, I think you'll be
If
alright.
Zarin knew what were going on, he'd have had a clip around the ear the second he started taking shots, I think.
Thinking I got a clip round here when he saw Toodles.
No, I think it's going to be. It's tough enough for them to understand what's going on already. Adding more to it's probably not from now. This is a quiet place. This is people pass through usually on the way to the temple or on the way away from the temple.
Well, if they don't believe you, Saf, we're gonna have to make them.
That is true.
Sapphire. He says Sapphire. He don't call you Saf. Stoneway calls you Saf. We're never splitting the party again.
Yeah, we do need to make them believe. I mean, I honestly thought they were going to be spreading out, but I guess their target was the temple. Which is probably better for these people, but they still need to know and be aware.
Well, there doesn't seem a lot of them, and they've got a stable, so they must have some. When the doors are closed, so they must be keeping something in there. Just a mount or two, maybe a couple of horses. I don't know if you do you ride horses up the mountains, or you've seen horses.
We have them.
Less so for you.
I don't tend to ride them. Yeah, I don't tend to ride them, but yeah, there are some here, and I saw there were some people in the stables when we arrived.
People in the stables.
Oh yeah, when the doors were being closed, there were a couple of people in the stables. I didn't really see much else, but
Well, we'll need to tell everyone.
yeah. I mean, looks over at Albera. I can tell Albera needs a rest. How are you holding up?
We have a term in the desert that Sahara taught me when I was young. I'm knackered. Straight up knackered, Sapphire.
No, that's absolutely fair.
My family, he just ignores you. My family's miles away. I'm here in a strange land.
Well,
And they look.
the drinks are on me, and there'll be rooms that you can rest in.
How about I speak to whatever his name is, and you speak to the others. I'll get through to him. Albera?
I mean, you two both look like you'd rather be here than out there anyway. I don't mind telling the others. I can go for a while yet before I have to stop. He's
Alright.
not entirely honest about that, but he's not as badly beaten up as he very much could have been during those conflicts.
Right, you tell them not outside. I'll deal with. Is it Jenny we're calling him? And what's Biggins then?
Stoneway.
Stoneway.
Don't call him Biggin.
Okay.
Okay.
Solomon gets a big grin on his face.
Hey, Drew, remember when we had a dad?
Sapphire, there's a big sigh and like a bit of a face palm as Sapphire walks towards the exit, and then stops, comes back to the table, downs some of the stuff from the jug, and then turns and leaves.
There's a tear of pride in Solomon's, face.
Surely at some point Sapphire has seen somebody directly tell Drea to not do something, and how that works out. So where has he thought she's gotten that from?
So, you head out of the Stoneway Inn. Last thing you see is Solomon adjusting his clothing and his sword. And he just pats the shield, the scarab on his back, and he walks towards Stoneway. And then you're outside the inn. Where do you go? Of the three buildings that are here, one is a large stables, one is the inn, and another one is a like cross between a resting area and a lot of bunks in like one long room. There's not much reason for folk to sleep here. Maybe if they leave late from the temple or such, but it's an awkward stopgap. But it's just there for those people to basically rest rather than get a night's sleep. You see a couple of elves and the giant folk as in like Goliath giant, not 300-foot giant. Stables off to your left, and the bunking sleeping area, and the young elven kid just pottering around with some of the local wildlife.
I think I'll head down towards the kid that I saw closing the stables.
Okay. They're just whistling. That's about as much as you get. These are probably also Yorkshire, just so you know.
I'll expect it. Sapphire goes, excuse me.
Why, aye, man? No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
Just turns. Hello.
I guess. What is your name? My name's Sapphire.
Kayun.
Kayan. I'm just doing the rounds of Tonto and letting people know that you need to be careful out in the woods and don't go near the temple if you can avoid it.
Okay.
It's really dangerous. There are a lot of fiends about.
Fiends like demon fiends and devil fiends?
Yeah,
Wow.
big ones.
Don't you lot kill them?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure they'll be dealt with soon. But for now,
Just want me to stay here?
yeah, that would be the best for now.
Alright.
What about
you got a silver coin? For protection, like. Demons don't like silver. And he just holds his hand out.
You know what? Any other day, probably would have tapped you upside the head.
You'd have got a key point to the face.
Sapphire does pull out a silver coin, places it in his hand, and you'll get another one if you tell other people that you come in contact with.
You've just blown this kid away. This kid was like, I cannot believe that worked. But yeah, 100%, and just like a really like hands to the side, really like strict bow.
Sapphire pulls out another one and flicks it to him.
Catches it, does a somersault.
I'm gonna go tell the people in the stables.
Okay.
Sapphire will walk off towards the stables.
You walk off to the stables. The door is closed, not locked, but it is closed. Two seconds. This might come through really loud. That's got weird.
Concern.
See if that does it now. Yeah, you can hear that, yeah? I'll turn that down. I feel like it's really loud. Can you hear that, Sapphire?
Yeah, that's pretty.
As you open the doors, I'll turn it down a bit more. Aragon style. You just step through into the stables. What you see before you, there's a flash of memory and confusion. The memory is the tall, thin person that is on their knees just to the left. As you walk in, there's several stable, I can't remember what they're called, but where the horses are, and there are several horses in there and the rest of them are empty. On their stalls, there you go. On their knees, wearing the fashion of Veer from their lower half, like silver, like flowing trousers, some sort of travel sandal on their feet, and on their upper half, they're wearing a bright pink corset with blossom leaves that go across it. Their hair is long and silver. They have very long ears, and you see Arterion, the fair that you met beneath the wall, and he's on his knees. So you walk in, so you're looking forwards, and he's looking that way, like he's got his side to you. What he's looking at, there is a ring of salt. On their knees, with their head down, crying, there is a young girl with no hands. It's sat in this ring of salt. As you witness this, The young girl seems to, by sight, looks as substantial as you do. Like, if you can touch your chest and it's there, you believe if you walk forward, touched her head or arms, that you'd be able to touch her. But you can see that she's not there. Behind her, stood directly behind her, as close as could possibly be, is a 9-foot suit of plate armour. Or at least what looks like plate armour. The metal is not steel and iron, it's ivory. And it is covered in draconic filigree all across this ivory. What it actually looks like is, you remember Garain of the House of the Forged, the Soul Forged?
Yeah.
It looks like a 9-foot version of that if you were to upgrade it to max level. This thing is enormous. The eyes glow white gold in this suit of, well, this Soul Forged. And the whimpering is coming from both the suit, well, not the suit, from the Soul Forged and the girl with no hands. Artarian looks across to you, smiles, looks back, and you see a tear roll down his cheek. Back to the desert, Fae.
Yeah.
So, desert people.
God damn it!
Man.
Desert people. Right, where's my fight? You.
Not to be that guy, but if we are between scenes and we're about to start a fight, is it about time for a break?
It is indeed. If you wish to have a break now and make it easy, that's okay by me.
Just before we get really stuck into
So.
spider killing.
Shenanigans.
Yeah, cool. Let me stop that. Stop. There we go. Right. We'll have a break now then, yeah? So we'll have a quick break now. 19 people.
Sean recover from what just happened.
So, stick
See
around,
if he's
guys.
stolen someone's hands. Good fucking god.
It was a statue. The statue is of the girl with no hands.
Stick around, folks. We're going to have a 5-minute, 10-minute, 12-minute break. We're
having a break.
Grab a drink. We'll be back soon. Please stick around. If you disappear, please come back. We're going to have some more fighting and see what Sapphire does with this wonderful piece of game.
Oh my god.
Right. Yeah, we'll be back. See you soon. Bye-bye. Where's the break time? Oh, during the break, you'll see a video about GSCon on the 6th and 7th of August. Go to it. It's a con that's happening in Manchester. I'm doing a DM in there for a big one-shot. 8 to 10 people. Sign up, get your tickets. If you're going to buy a ticket, put Emrys 10. You can see in the chat now. Emrys 10 will get you 10% off. Emrys is sponsoring it, aka Andrea. He's actually one of the sponsors of the show, so tip up, ask her loads of questions.
And the cosplay judge. So.
She's a cosplay judge, and I'll just be making you roll dice. Right, break time. Right, back in a bit. Da-ding, da-ding. Hello, folks. Hello. One of you lot speak.
Hello.
Oh, yeah,
Hello.
it's working. Darnell HDG, if you're still around, sorry we popped off just for a break. Thanks for the raid. Right, let me get the music going. Just before this. Hopefully it's not too loud. That's all right.
Andrew, when did you get to the middle of the room?
There we go. Right.
Oh, I hate those
Oh,
noises.
what the fuck? I didn't put myself there.
Well, roll 20.
That can get to
Folks in the
Wibbly.
chat, just before the break, the desert party, known as Alpha Fae, are making their way through the Darkling Nest. They've discovered that it is a pre-built structure that seems to have been covered up by years and years of sand blowing over it and such like this. Abandoned, except it's full of Darklings, and an enormous spider. They've snuck their way around to here. It's as far as they are aware, the spider does not know they are there yet. However, they have just been forced to roll initiative, so who knows? Over in the Veer Dynasty, thousands of miles away, is Sapphire, Solomon, and Owlbearer having a bit of a chill out while their friends are fighting for their lives, drinking sake in a small town called Tonto. Sapphire has just walked in on a wonderful scene of a 9-foot ivory soul forged, a very old corset-wearing Sealy Fae, and a young girl with no hands in a ring of salt. Over to Spider folk. Right.
Spooder.
Can I have the initiative of Solomon? Not Solomon, Sahara. That's me. Sahara. Wee-hee! Sahara's on the blower.
Is he joining the party?
There he is.
Mm.
I just need to grab his character sheet. Can I have Aries?
27.
Woo! Showing up to the party.
Finally!
80!
27.
The highest Ari will roll.
Kesfion.
23.
You could get a 29 initiative, Ari, if you roll a nat 20.
I get 30 initiative. No, yeah, I would get 29, yeah.
Sorry, what did you get? 23, guess.
23.
Ruby.
50.
I thought you said 50.
I was like, yeah, you go first. Osra.
16.
16.
Yes, that
Actually, just
that's
win
super.
this encounter.
Zandria.
22.
I love the spider. Where's my dice? You'll do. Boom.
Boom.
Alright, Sapphire. You'll just
Nice
have to
double.
hang fire for 12 seconds. Right. It is Ari, your turn. You see this large creature here. You've got two choices, and I will go with either one of them. You run away, or you fight the thing.
Ari ain't for running away, so, you know.
Yeah, we noticed that with the cloud kill stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Uh-huh.
And the beach full of
Dumbass.
echoes.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake, like, that is like 5 feet further than my goddamn movement. Right, okay. That's
Oh,
just really annoying.
let me adjust it. Yeah, it's in the right place.
Right, I guess we're gonna movement and dash then.
Oh,
because-
dashy.
Dashy dashy. So we're gonna run up and try and hit the bugger with a rapier.
You'd be there. But
Yeah.
it's a weird angle, but yeah.
It's annoying. Well, yeah, we're gonna try and
So-
stabby.
Stabby.
I just rolled a natural 19. Oh my god.
Ooh.
4. A total
Why is this
of-
dice being so nice?
What's the total?
For now, 29 to hit.
Jesus. Yeah, you hit.
It's a rapier.
And you're one-on-one with it.
I am 1-on-1 with it, so many dice.
Just wait for Mel to pick out every D6 in the Greater Manchester area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is when we found out we could have made friends with it.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, as you turn to it, it goes, "My son," and you're like, "Yeah!"
13 plus 6 is 19 points of piercing.
Turns out that Ruby wasn't divine after all, she was part of Spider.
Yeah. Father.
And then we're gonna back the heck off because, yeah.
Can you
I
give
love
me
the little
everyone-
rave that's just going on. At the
I
top
know,
corner.
right?
Can you give me
I'm
a
like, hang on a
strength check?
second. Oh no. Oh, that's my favourite. I'm not rolling that dice again, I don't trust it. Should have trusted it. Yeah. That's
Reroll?
we ain't moving anywhere.
What'd you get?
It's 2.
Reroll!
Reroll.
Reroll.
Yeah,
You've
still
got
a ton
loads of them. Use them.
Reroll.
Use them.
No.
People might buy more.
1.
That's the worst. That's not one.
Oh
I hate
boy.
What? Did you change dice?
I did.
Why?
I didn't trust it anymore.
as you hit it and as you pull your sword back, it doesn't stick, but there's almost a magnetic pull as a black and purple fork of lightning sparks out from the spider up your sword into your arm, and you take 5 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
Cool.
Thanks for that, Ari. Wanker.
Dragon married.
I hope the
Well,
thing that we
Ari,
find
why not
out is that
spider?
like we can have a dragon divorce.
Can I still move, or am I
If
prevented
you have
from
movement,
moving?
yes.
I do, because I dashed as my bonus. So I
So
will.
as you
I'm
move, it will attack of opportunity you.
Will it?
No, because you're a swashbuckler and I hate you.
Yep.
How far do you
I'm
move?
sorry.
I'm not.
Right back.
Just need to get me one of them sentinel monsters. Sorry, I've got loads of tabs open. So, Ari, that's you. Guess Fionn.
I'm gonna not put us in a big line against a spider because they can shoot stuff. Because I've not seen a big spider, but I have seen small spiders.
I mean, flawless.
Not that stupid. And he's going to attempt to shoot it because he's well known for using a bow and an arrow now in this campaign.
That's it.
So
The long
that's
lost
what he do. So we are looking at +8 to that. So we are 21
That
to
hits.
hit.
Your arrow easily hits this massive spider.
And the final fire arrow. So that is. That is 10 points of piercing and 5 points of fire.
15 in total. Your fire arrow smashes into its bulbous flank. Bulbous. Bulbous. Is that your turn?
Not a good
no.
word to use in conjunction with spiders.
What, bulbous?
No.
Yeah, don't like that.
You're not saying Pokemon.
So, in a rapid change of conversation, that is 22 to hit.
Yep.
And it's just going to be a regular old
Are you out of fire
stabby
arrows
boy.
now?
That's okay.
I'll cast it again.
That is 8 points of piercing damage.
Skadish. Your second
Oh.
arrow.
Cool.
Anything else?
No, I'm just gonna. Actually, one sec. Let me do some more movement. Jeez, Pete. Let me change. So I was 20 to there. 50. Would that count as a diagonal, or would it be straight down and across?
You can move 3 squares. You
With
have
3
yeah,
squares.
so you could move to that diagonal if you wanted to.
So we're oh yeah, because we're back to squares, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Love a square. 1.
We trialed it. It was more
Okay.
preferable for the
3.
squares.
There we go. That's where I wanted to be. I just
Okay.
wanted to get to where I wanted. There we go.
Cool. Sandria, you're up. Ari ran in, stabbed it, ran back. You see a little bit of purple lightning.
And you know what? Whilst for once nobody is in front of me, I'm going to use a spell I've had this entire time, and I think I might have used it once.
Welcome to melee. Welcome to melee, boys.
So I am going to, because I can't get any closer to hit it, so I'm going to Burning Hands the shit out of it.
Burning Hands 15 foot.
Burning Hands is... it is, isn't it? Is it 15 foot?
Oh no.
Oh, it is 15 foot.
But it's
That's
just-
why I don't use it.
It's just out of range.
Just out of range. Fine. It's fine. Everything.
Can you get another square, or is that your full 30?
No, that's my
Oh,
30.
okay.
That's my 30. It's fine. I will just Eldritch
Eldritch
Blast it in the face.
I'm a
It's a
warlock.
classic
I'm a
Ivory.
warlock. Why try be something I'm not?
You need Nonetheless.
That is. Oh gosh, no. Here we go again, guys. It's math. 19 to hit.
19 just hits.
Ooh.
Your Eldritch Blast, straight line, nothing in front of you. Bolt of force energy into its side. How much damage do you do? You can't really move it back. There's nowhere for it to move back to.
That's fine.
But it does, like its legs kind of come under itself, like if there was space it would move.
Yep. So that is 2 beams of damage at... Is that 7? That's 7.
7 total?
14.
14.
Force damage.
Your Eldritch Blast. Is it two shots, did you say? It kind of comes out.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that your go?
That is me.
Cool. Back in Vay. Arterion raises his hand towards you, Sapphire. More tears start to roll down his cheeks. He's still staring at the girl with no hands in the Saltland ring. The door behind you, the stable door, closes shut. And you just hear his voice through gritted teeth. But you know it's aimed at you. If she dies for this, your life will be also taken. And now it's the spider's turn. Oh yeah. The spider spins. Many gold and orange eyes look across at Xandria. It runs across to Xandria. It's in combat way, it's just a weird where the art form's taken.
Come for me, bish.
And I tell you what. It's gonna run to there.
Ooh.
It's got to reach at 20 feet.
Wanker.
As its fangs elongate like tentacles.
That's
Wave out in front of it.
Love that
One of
for
them,
me.
first attack, goes at Xandria. That's probably missed. That is a 17.
Oh, that's my AC, okay.
Ah! Lashes out at you, and you feel this fang on the end of this like tentacle whip slam into you. And I should have got more damage dice out now. You lot are high level. Everything's gone up. Oh, that was shit. You take 11 points of piercing damage as it just slaps into you. You are now grappled. In fact, you are restrained as the tentacle wraps around you and the fang of it sticks into your upper shoulder.
Cool. Love that for me.
Another fanged tentacle. Are you doing your rebuke thing?
No,
Okay.
I was. Hang on a minute, let me just check.
You sure you don't want to shout at death? Because that's kind of like what
Yeah,
you do.
but I only have
Okay.
I only have 1 spell slot at the moment. I want to save it for
Yeah.
the right moment. I don't think this is the right moment. However, I do have Misty Escape, which I think would cancel Adie's.
What does Misty Escape do?
Once per short rest, when you take damage, you can use your reaction to turn invisible and teleport up to 60 feet away to an unoccupied space you can see. You remain invisible until the start of your next turn or until you attack or cast a spell.
Are you doing it?
I was gonna say, is it gonna stop you doing the thing? But you won't tell me.
No, I won't.
Let me just hang on. Let me just double read it. And teleport.
You can say it as however you want.
No. I'm just trying to work out how the attacker's gone in my head. So you've hit.
I've-
But you know it won't make any difference. Wait, the tentacle's attached to the spider, right? Or is it a separate?
No, it's spat out. Its fangs are actually tentacles coming through its mouth, like an elithid, say, where it's got that tentacle mouth.
Right.
Just imagine it had sharp bits on the end. The sharp bits have clung onto you and it's wrapped around you. So it's done a bit of damage and restrained you, like wrapped
So
you up.
that tentacle is technically attached to the spider.
Yes, it's part of it. It's not a weapon, it's part of it.
Right. Okay. Now the question is how far can the tentacle go? You said 20 feet.
Just let me know what you're doing.
Let's just try it. Let's just try it. I'm gonna Misty Escape. And I will teleport. I get to move at least 60, so I'm
Cool.
gonna at least move 40 to see if that breaks the thing. So that would put me
Beep, beep.
all the way down there.
That's where you're choosing to go?
Yeah, I was
Cool.
like, that's...
Well, I mean, I can't really go anywhere else.
You could go back!
I could go back, but then it's not far enough. It's only 40 foot far enough from up there.
Yeah, but the
What's
world
Misty
still
Step?
exists outside of the map.
The map doesn't go far enough.
Yes, but you can, Sandria. Your 6 seconds are about to run out.
I'm going right. Fuck it. I'm going down. I don't need you. I'm going.
Oh God!
Remove the...
Why did you do that? I was about to do something rude.
As it tries to grapple you and goes tight, you and reappear where you are on the map. So remove your little net. Its second tentacle fang, not overly fussed that you've just disappeared, lashes out at Kesvion. That is a 26.
I'll hit.
I'll do it.
That is rubbish. 6, 9. That is 14. Got 14 plus 5. I'll tell that's 13. 13 points of piercing damage.
13.
13 as it restrains you and grapples round you.
Cool.
You got anything to nip away or?
Nah.
Cool.
I'm just like, love this. Party.
Cool.
Hi.
For its third action, it's going to blood drain you.
Third action.
Third.
Yeah. It's going to blood drain you, Kesvion.
Cool.
Can you give me a constitution saving throw, please?
That
Can
sounds lovely.
indeed.
I was about to say I'm glad this isn't me. Then I remembered my con is out the wazoo now. So
21.
21. Cool. You take...
Just the 40 points of.
21. You take 10 points of lightning damage.
Love that.
Jesus, stop getting hit.
And the lightning that races from your body down the tentacle into the creature reminds you of a similar bond you have with your friend across the way, and it heals.
dragon married.
You know what, Ari? Now you know how I feel. Constantly.
Remember to take your damage, Harry. But you see the creature heal.
I've done it.
Great.
It will then just stay there, holding you restrained. Ozra,
Okay,
your
okay.
fairy's bouncing all over the place.
Hang on. Let me see how far away it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the melee square. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't need to get into melee. So
Goddamn
she's yeah.
Sensible people are ranged.
Yeah, she starts moving forward. Her eyes turn completely black, and her lips start to split up her face, revealing like glass-like teeth in her mouth as she moves forward. She gets bony and skeletal, and her nails start to grow into long claws as darkness swells up her arms, and she casts Spirit Guardians.
Ooh. The same
Remove
vulture
myself.
feather scythe.
No, this
Ooh.
is something different.
What is
So,
it?
oh, I can get there. So, as she casts it, movement starts to quiver under the ground, and spectral corpses start to claw their way out from the floor of the cave within a 15-foot radius of her. Blood starts to dribble from her eyes and down her face, and there's similar blood splatters coming down the faces of the corpses as well. So it should get it in this radius.
Cool. You have a wraith chibi as your spiritual.
Cool.
You,
Yeah,
you
so
should
that-
be able to move it.
Cool. That's in a 15-foot sort of circle around me.
Oh, it's your spirit guardians.
Spirit Guardians,
Yes, okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad. There is a way of snapping a circle to you, but yeah. So it's 15 foot either side, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So
yes, it's definitely in. Let's get rid of the raid. I thought that was the only.
an
There you go.
affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw.
So does it not do out till its next turn? Do you not get?
No, it's in the radius, so it's in
So
it
it
for the
happens on
first
your
time.
turn. Okay, cool. Okay, so do your. Is it a save or straight up damage?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom. Oh, lovely.
Hope it's alright, I just added an aura to your token.
Thank
Well done.
you.
So it'll
Nice
be
one.
nice and easy.
7. It's got a plus, but I doubt it's high enough.
Cool. It doesn't make it. It
Yeah.
fails.
So it takes.
So it will take 3d8s of radiant damage. That's 16 points of radiant damage.
You see the holy light from your corpse-like guardians. Shining holy light.
Just start clawing at this thing.
Just ripping at it, little sparks of radiant just ripping into its flesh. It doesn't seem to do any more damage than it did to the Darklings, but it still doesn't like holy fire.
Yeah. So right now its speed is halved.
Okay. Do you have anything else?
No.
Are you concentrating on that?
I am concentrating.
I'll just put your little yellow dot on. Concentrate.
Thank you.
Ruby. That's definitely
Now that
a
bit's out of the
drunken
way.
rendition.
I pretty much prepped exclusively to hunt things that were
I like it.
allergic to radiant damage, so I think my best bet here is I am going to step right up behind Ivory, as close as I can get, put my hand on his shoulder, tiptoe up and whisper in his ear, move with haste.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
And that is assuming Ivory is a willing creature.
Yes.
Until the spell ends, your speed is doubled. You get a +2 bonus to AC. You have advantage on Dex saving. And
Hang on, slow down.
Too many things.
Speed double, AC +2, yep.
Advantage on Dex saving throws.
Yep.
An additional action each turn,
Yeah, that's
which
the main
can
one.
only be used to take an attack, one weapon only, or dash, or disengage, or hide, or use an object.
Yep, cool.
When the spell ends, you cannot move or take actions until after your next turn because you get the caffeine crash.
Yep. Yeah.
But I do have to concentrate on that, so
Thank you.
I'm not liking that there are eggies appearing out of nowhere.
There you go. Ignore the eggs.
I do not trust the eggs. The eggs cannot be trusted.
So, is that your turn, Ruby? You run over,
Yeah.
pour the divine light into Harry, and Harry all of a sudden gets a little bit caffeinated. Sahara! Come on, Sahara!
Come on, Sahara.
We don't have a popular Brit pop song for Sahara. We need to sort that.
Wading through the as the wraith-like corpses just sort of
Excuse
swish
me,
around
excuse
Sahara.
me.
Yeah, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Nothing to see here.
Just come through. On your side.
Luckily, he's got a spear, so he can stab it from here. Fuck off. That one.
Like a stab.
Oh no.
What dice
Why,
are you
Sahara!
giving to
why
this
can't he
geezer?
roll? Like, I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Can he use a reroll?
If you don't want him to. Fuck him, he's not real. Second one it's. God damn. Where are we? Oh, I should have used magic, it'd have been easier.
Probably.
G2. Ah, nice. Max damage on his spear on the one attack. Well done, Sahar. Well done. As the bone spear slams into the spider. There's 14 points. Bonus action. There's loads of people on the screen. Bonus action. Does he have any that I can use right now? He whispers in a sylvan sentence at the spider as a bonus action in an attempt to give it a mild friendship charm. And it ignores him.
Oh no.
You know, once upon a time, Sahara a badass.
That was 63 sessions ago.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Session 0, he was untouchable.
He's done nothing but drink beer since.
Harry, back round to yourself. Round 2. 2 seconds
Hey.
before you go. Sapphire, you have a single round. What do you want to do? You've been. It appears that the stable doors have been completely slammed shut and locked. You can try them. You can interfere. You can do whatever. Shout whatever. You got 6 seconds. Go.
Sapphire will draw Iron Rebuke and hold an action to see what's going on.
What's the
He won't
trigger?
attack unless there is a negative action taken towards him.
That's a bit ballparky there, Sapphire.
He won't attack unless Dickhead tries to hit him or cast a spell at him.
Specifically. Is Arterian the dickhead in this?
Yeah, Arterian.
Who did you think it was? It was the horse, 3 down to the left. That's
If
the
Arterian looks to
name.
attack him with
To be
magic
fair, that
or
horse is a
a
prick.
hit, then he'll hit back.
So if there's aggression from Arterian towards you, you'll hit Arterian.
Yeah,
Yep.
but otherwise I'm holding.
Cool. Ari, go, fasty, speedy.
Speedy boy! They'll kind of like look back towards Ruby and be like, thank you!
Thank you.
And then, yeah, he will 5, 10, 15, 20.
180 feet around the spider.
30, yeah, I mean, it's 30 feet away, so yeah, he gonna do a move.
As fast as you're going, you still kind of tiptoe duck and like weave and bob under through the corpse of Spirit Guardian.
Like he's
Yeah, he's
shadow
probably a
boxing.
little bit
Or just
freaked
straight up
by
redecorate
the
the place,
corpses.
I would say.
Not gonna lie. But yeah, he
Like,
will.
look, corpse. Look,
He will
sorry.
attempt to try and smack the spider with the good dice. Let's just roll a natural 18. Okay.
Oh. When
I like
when
how you get so excited for any number over a 7 that most people would get for their dice roll a 25 naturally.
Because my dice is shit.
Your dice aren't shit.
Your shit.
Yeah, it's fine. That is 28 to hit.
Yeah.
So yeah. We're not 1-on-1 anymore though, are we?
Technically,
No,
yes, because
Caspian's attached to it.
but Caspian's restrained, so technically not a threat. Sahara's 10 feet away using his spear, so I'd say you're 1-on-1 with it.
Okay.
Well, fair shot, Ruby, fair shot.
Yeah, I was like, I'll wait for DM ruling on that, but you know. 12,
It's only because of the distance that I've...
15.
If Kess was right in front of it, maybe.
21 points of magical piercing.
Magical fusion. 21.
Magical piercing, yep.
Harry, as you go to do whatever you're about to do, you're kind of thinking, right, I've stabbed it, what to do next?
Oh.
You turn into an egg.
Oh.
Fuck this shit. I'm out. I'm done.
You're looking around, and all of a sudden the world goes blue, like someone's just thrown blue paint in your face, and you're kind of looking around, and then you get smaller and smaller, and you crouch down. And the next thing you know, you're encompassed in something that's completely blue, but like a sheen on the inside. You lot, just out of nowhere, just apparate, see a egg just imprison Ari.
You know what? This
Okay.
is better.
Caspian, your turn.
Oh, fuck this
Rude!
shit. Remember that time we turned into eggs, guys? I like...
That's what happens.
S
with,
is
like,
it's just like he's turned into an egg, giant spider, my mum's doing all sorts of... Dad's gone somewhere. Fuck this. She's gone deeper into the...
You're currently restrained, by the way, so you will need to break.
No, this is just all... He's just like standing there like, oh, fucking spectacular, guys. I guess he'll try and break the restraints.
Cool. Contested, so are you using athletics or acrobatics?
That's I'll use acrobatics just because I feel like I'm gonna need that extra little bit of spice to get out of this.
It's always worth remembering, if you're defending the grapple, you get to choose which one.
Ah. $26.
Yep. You just snap out of the tentacles, scimitars at the ready.
Yep. That will be my action, won't it, to break that?
Yes.
Yes. So that will probably be me then. I will scooch back a little bit. Still kind of keeping close to the wall, so at least my back's kind of covered, but...
Bonus action to yell at an egg.
Nice! I too am egg!
As you take
Love
a step,
Egg.
same
Love
sort of thing,
this.
but you get this like silver, like almost mercury flash across your eyes, and you kind of defend yourself, and you feel your sword's hitting something real hard, and it won't break. Next thing you know, you're like clumped down, cloistered. You're crouched. Cloistered. There we go. You're oystered down. There you go.
Cloistered.
You're omeletted down. Right. I don't know words. I just, hey up, bye heck. And you'll feel this this shell around you. You lot see
Cool.
Caspian engulfed in a silver egg.
Love it.
Andrea.
Spectacular.
You
Egg
don't.
friends.
You don't see Caspian
There's
turn
just the
into
two
an egg.
of us hanging out here as
You
eggs.
see Ari turn into an egg.
I can't.
Well, you don't see him turn into an egg. You see an egg imprison him.
Oh, like when I see you in a few weeks, I'm gonna be like, egg friend.
Egg friend!
She's bringing you Kinder Surprises.
I don't want to know what's inside these Kinder Surprises. I'm over
A
it.
really fucking angry face is what's inside one of them. Worst Kinder Surprise ever. Bring back the crocodiles playing golf.
Go on, Andrea. Ignore them.
Yeah,
Destroy something.
I am just gonna twat a thing.
Bring around the hellfire.
Let me just put down my cookie dough.
Like any good warrior.
Take a sip.
Xandria's in character reaction to battle. Alright.
Okay, let's see. That spells. I want to be on attack. Great axe. First attack. Math. 16 plus 6. I can't math that.
22. You hit. Your great axe slashes into the flesh of this spider. You take 4 points of lightning damage.
Well, love that for me. Moving on with my life anyway. So that is 12 points of... Oh, hang on. 12 points of slashing and 6 points of fire.
Oh.
Second attack.
So as you spin the great axe around again.
What are you? 'Cause I can't see you. Dirty 20.
Cool. You hit, you take 9 points of lightning damage.
That is 13 slashing.
13.
And 6 fire.
6 fire. 2 axe swings in fiery death as you get lightning by purple and black electricity.
First one was 4, second one was...
9.
Can you not just make them, like, easy numbers for me to do?
13. You take 13 points of damage.
Thank you.
Right, it's its turn.
I'm not fucking finished!
Okay.
Whoa.
I might want to do a bonus action.
Are you doing a bonus action?
No, because I
Right.
don't have any bonus action.
Do you want to move? Do you want to move out of its range? I don't mind.
Hang on, let me just double check that. What happens when I do move? Because I can't remember. I don't. No, because I have sentient. I don't have fancy footwork. So
You're sentient.
yeah, I have.
Sentinel.
Sorry,
Sentinel.
sentinel.
Sentinel. Yes, you are sentient, Andrea. Jade's not,
Well,
but Andrea.
yeah. No, I have sentinel, not fancy footwork. So making me move.
It's
makes
hit.
a difference.
It's turn.
It's its turn. Yeah.
Seeing you three, Sahara, it will lash out at the Guardians and whip out at Ozra. That's a D12. 21.
That'll hit. I'm not 100% sure if it takes the damage again, because it's starting its turn.
It does.
It does?
Whatever they're on it and it doesn't move, it does.
Cool. It'll need to make another wisdom saving throw in a minute then.
You take 18 points of piercing damage and you are restrained.
Okay.
And I'll do that save now. It whips out at, and you need to do a concentration test.
I do.
So 13, so it's 10 is your DC.
That's an 18 on the dice.
Cool, you're fine. Spirit Guardians remains. Sahara gets a tentacle at his face, and Mist whips out the bone spear and smacks away the fanged tentacle as the third one slashes out at Xandria. What the? That's a 12. Back in the day. And no one's grappled.
Even back in the day, a 12 wouldn't have done it. She had 15.
Listen, don't shit on 15 as an AC, okay?
I'm not. I'm shitting on 12.
Right, cool. That's all it's going to do for now. Sahara, over your way. The girl with no hands, she looks up. Her eyes are missing and it's just a dark sockets. Not of flesh, but of shadow. And there are silver sparkles in them that look like stars that are fighting to be the brightest one in the sockets of her eyes. A loud, high-pitched scream comes from the Ivory Warforged, the 9-foot Ivory Warforged behind the girl. And the salt ignites. And there is a white fire around the pair of them. That's its turn. Ozra!
Did it make its wisdom saving throw?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Make your wisdom save.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wisdom plus 1, 16.
17 it needs to beat, so no.
Give me some damage.
17 points of radiant damage.
Sweet. Mary and Luke.
I've had enough of you.
Biblical! The title of this episode,
actually...
Biblical.
I'm leaving. I feel like I'm getting bullied tonight.
Like the disciple.
Ozra, it's your turn.
She's going to cast her spiritual weapon at 4th level as
Cool.
a bonus action. And
So
it's
just
gonna
carry
go.
this.
Where's it gonna go? Oh gosh. I don't know how to put like stuff down on the
Yeah.
on the
use that.
board.
Use that.
Feel sorry for Ruby. She
That
wasted a
wraith is your
case.
spiritual weapon, Ozra.
Oh, right.
You should be able to move it. There you go, yeah.
Cool. So spiritual weapon is gonna go there. Let's see if it'll hit.
It's still up, it's all good.
Uh-oh,
You're an egg.
Maths.
It's just a little bit egg, that's still good.
22 to hit.
It's a really
22 hits
fast
with
death.
your spiritual weapon.
Yes. So that's 2d8.
It's true, I mean, go for miles.
17 points of radiant. No, force damage, sorry.
17.
Yes, 1-7.
Damn.
And as her action, she's
Is it
gonna...
the feathered scythe?
Yeah, feather scythe again.
Cool.
And as her action, she's gonna cast Toll the Dead.
Woo!
Can I make another wisdom saving throw, please?
It's all going up, clerics! Oh no, it failed miserably.
Okay, it's taken damage, so it'll take 2d12 plus 4.
Shit.
I only have 1d12, so I'm gonna roll it twice.
Okay. That's on you.
Yeah. Well, that's a 1 on the first one. And a 10 on the second, so
11. Plus
11,
4, did you say?
15.
15.
15 points of necrotic damage.
Oh, this creature, the amount of damage it has taken still looks unfazed as it spins, looking for its next enemy. Feathered scythes on one side, bone speared desert folk on another, a cleric of absolute fuck you, Xandria's axe of fire, and the omelets, the omelet twins.
Are we at least big eggs, or are we like tiny eggs?
You fill a 5-foot square.
Ah,
You are a
That's very big.
massive egg. Like that egg is
chunker.
nearly the height of Sahara.
a chunker of an egg.
You're not chicken eggs.
Make a good omelette.
Ruby,
Really
it's your
great
turn,
omelette.
Ruby.
Right. Am I still concentrating on haste? did haste break when the... is there now a really fast egg? Or...
Haste does not break.
Alright, okay.
So you still feel the connection to that spell, centered on the egg that imprisoned Ivory. So you can still feel that you are needing your concentration on that magic.
Alright. It's concentration. It's concentration. 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 Concentration.
Feel free to break it.
Daylight's already in. Right, no, okay. Oh, how far away from it am I? I might have to move, which I didn't want.
You're 20 feet away from it.
Oh, okay. I cast Blight.
Blight?
Blight.
Is that a save or an attack?
Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20.
Alright, that will be 4d8 necrotic damage instead of 8d8
Well,
necrotic damage.
roll 8 and then we'll half it. Because your chances of getting higher are better with more dice, if that makes sense.
On. Do you want to move on and I will fish out every d8 I own?
Okay.
Do it on roll 20. Do it on roll 20. You've got if you literally fifth one down, if you go to d8, you literally can roll 2, 3, 4, 5.
Where am I looking?
On the left-hand side, Ruby, where you have the arrows and stuff, there is a dice. If you hover over it, you can just go to d8 and do that.
How many...
Or just roll 1d8 a bunch of times and add it up. And half it.
You do that. And then let me know what you get. Yeah? Is that all you're doing, Ruby, or are you doing other stuff?
No, I'm just going to do Blight.
Okay, so you do that. So we'll move on to Sahara. Sahara sees the egg. We'll check any signs of life in the egg. Oh, but they're not 20. He looks at Ozra. He's still in there. And then we'll stab out at the spear, stab his spear out at the spider. Didn't get that 20 that time, did you then? But you still hit it, so that's right. I'll let you off. I'll let you off. Oh, what's Sahara?
Well, 37 points of necrotic damage.
37.
Halved.
Oh, halved?
Yeah.
Alright. Cool. Sahara does. Oh, I've just took that off. But let's put that back on. Used it to check on Harry. What spells has Sahara got? Speak with plants, not really going to work. Yeah, he's just going to stand nearby. Harry, you feel every bone in your body start to crack.
Love
You
that.
cry out in agony.
The fuck?
Well, I'm not even watching roll 20.
You're just a fucking thing.
What the
Oh my
fuck?
god!
As
Hey.
you burst out of the egg, you feel your limbs kind of reach out in front of you. You're on all fours.
Oh, no.
You have small wings. You are 15 feet. You have a large horn coming from the front of your head. You have scales all over your body. When you try to speak and ask what's going on, you're like, you have a growl to you. You can't speak common. I will send you your stats now.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Just out of it, because I would have heard him say that, is that the language Draconic, which Ruby does not speak, or does this count as speech of the beasts because he's an animal?
It's draconic. It's draconic.
Yeah. Shame.
I just tried to find Harry on Facebook, not Mel.
I love it.
A new name.
New name.
The only difference in those stats, Mel,
Oh my god.
Don't
Okay.
forget to put haste on those stats as well.
oh
Yeah.
god.
Speedy
is
dragon.
you don't
zoom,
have
zoom.
3 attacks, you have 2. Yeah?
That is still very nice, trust me.
Okay. Your breath is your entire turn. Right? So you've 2 attacks or breath that recharges. Yeah?
Okay, give me 2 secs. Let me read. 2 attacks, so 1 with bite and 1 with claws, yeah?
Yeah, or 2 bites or 2 claws, up to you.
Okay.
Or
so
you can use both attacks to do a breath, assuming it's charged. The first one is obviously there, but after that you'd have to roll a d6 every turn to see if it's recharged. If it does recharge, you don't have to use it, it just means it's recharged.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Oh
Just
my
ask
God,
it. Just ask when we get to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Keys. Okay. Cool.
As you crack out of that, somewhere across the world, there is an ivory soul forged stood in front of a white lion Leonin, screaming in agony. Harry, it's your turn.
I knew it was my turn, so I was like, I need to read this quick. Okay, we're gonna, considering we were fighting the big Spuda, and we're still there, we're gonna try and bite it.
Okay.
So, oh god. That is a 16 plus 9, so that is a 25 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so that is 2. Oh my god, D10s! What? I don't have any D10s out.
Luke? Luke?
Yeah, I'm currently reading.
You only have one of the breaths, choose one, and it's 5 or 6 recharge each turn, so you've got to roll for it. And you only have 2 attacks, not 3.
Cool.
Plus 1d10. Okay, it's only 3 d10s. Oh my god. Never ever use d10s. Right, so if I hit, I get 2d10 plus 5, 2 plus 1. Okay, so you're going to be. So that is. Oh my god, this is so. I don't like this. I have to add up on the fly. 8 plus 5.
I need some different dice.
Okay, 13 points of piercing,
Okay.
plus 5 lightning.
So 18 total.
Yes.
You all realise whatever you've thrown at this from whatever magical source, it seems to have taken all of it. Not doubled, not resisted any of it, or everything seems to be landing. Just so you're aware.
We will kind of look at it like, okay, that worked, and try again. I have not. 17 plus 9 is 26 to hit. Yep.
That hits.
I'm still rolling the same dice. Where's my d10s gone? There you are. Okay, so same again. Right. So. It just sounds really loud because it's right next to my microphone. Right, so. Oh my god, this is so horrible. 7.
And there's 1,200 dice getting rolled.
Well, there's not, because I'm not doing sneak attack, because that's not a thing right now.
I'm not giving you sneak attack as well.
No, I don't blame you, trust me.
Dragons not known for their sneakiness.
Yeah. Every shot's a critical.
So 12 points of piercing plus 8 points of lightning.
20 total, yeah.
20 total, yeah. But we are hasted, aren't we?
Yeah.
You are. Let me just put that on there.
So we're going to try that again. It would be. Yeah, okay. So would it be another bite or would it have to be a claw? Because.
It's up to you.
Okay. Well, we're going to go for bite.
You could do either. So the balance to you not having 3 attacks, only having 2, is you get to do 2 of whatever them 2 you wish to do.
Okay, cool. Well, normally it would be 2, but because I'm hasted, I get an extra attack. So
yeah. So you still get.
We're going to do 12. So that's 21 to hit.
Is it not you get an extra action?
Yeah,
So
which
you
is
can-
either an attack.
So you can attack
Or-
twice.
Yeah.
But you said I already get 2 attacks.
Do you want me to read it out
Two
again?
attacks
Yeah,
per
read-
action.
Yeah. Read.
Yeah, because I
yeah.
feel like we went through this when it was
Yeah.
Sapphire.
So if you get an action,
Yeah.
so Kesfion for his action can attack twice.
Oh,
So if I give
okay.
him 2 actions, he can attack 4 times. So in your 1 action, you're allowed to hit twice. If you get given another action, it means you can hit twice again.
Right, so
Okay.
as well as the speed, AC, and dex saving throw bonuses, you gain an additional action on each turn. It can only be used.
So you're using it to
attack, dash, disengage,
so
hide.
you have to hit twice. You can't like mix and match.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get to hit twice again.
Okay, cool. That is very good. I will try that again then. 18 plus 9 is 27 to hit. We'll try that again. Oh, that's a good rolling. 13 plus 5. 18 points of piercing, plus 10 points of lightning, so I rolled 2 10s.
Nice.
So what was that? 28? You say 18 and 10.
Yeah.
Boom. You are just is that all of them, or have you got another one?
Another one.
Keep going. Keep going. Don't let me monologue each attack. Get them all done,
Okay.
and then I'll monologue.
That's not as good though. So 5 plus 9 is 14 to hit. So I don't think that'll
Oh,
hit.
that one does not. But
Nope,
as you
that is
burst out of your eggshell and just start, you look around and just instinct kicks in, and you just start tearing in. If you haven't guessed, you can't speak common, you can only speak draconic. You start smashing into this giant spider in front of you, tearing at its flesh. The smoke around its hairy back just kind of tickles in your mouth and wisps out around. Lightning shoots into it as purple lightning arcs back. You hit it 3 times, yeah?
Yes.
Out of the 4. So you take 5, 11, 18 points of lightning damage, which does what to you, Harry?
Am I immune? I'm immune.
So it does
Amazing.
So it does.
nothing.
I was gonna say,
Nothing.
what you're
Yeah.
looking for, Mel, is sweet bugger all.
So, Harry, you
Mel
moving
is in shock.
Are you are you moving around, or are you just staying there like I'm a dragon, just bite someone, figure it out later?
Don't know how much Ari's still in the dragon, so no, he's just gonna stay there.
Okay.
Looking at
He
your
a dragon.
claws, like
Like
Guess,
no,
guess
looking
Phil.
at his bite, going
It's
what?
your turn. Give me a charisma saving throw with the dragon stats, Harry.
With the dragon.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. 2
Caspian.
seconds.
You kind of just try to push out with your scimitars, trying to lever yourself to try and break through whatever it is. You can feel the organic tissue now on the inside of it as your bones also start to snap all over the place. You are in absolute agony as the shell just falls away from you as you just like lash out in rage.
Oh, saving throws plus. Oh, okay. A second. Let me just recalculate this. That's a 19 charisma saving throw.
Cool. I know. 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
Sorry, I'm just reading more things.
I
And
was
going,
gonna
oh my
like,
gosh.
why am I like a third of the size?
I've got to
I'm
scale
a
it.
pocket-sized one. Just...
You burst out.
anyone else remember pocket dragons?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh no.
Your scales are silver and white. The wings on your back, you're on all fours, the long spiked tail, the mohawk of horned scales over the dome. You look around, your eyes bright silver. You see a blue dragon that you feel a kinship to, and a very, very large violet lightning-clad spider attacking your sister on the far side, Sahara, your old mentor, and Osra, your new cleric friend. And a vulture-feathered scythe that looks a lot like a riff. As well as undead running around everywhere. It's a very surreal moment you've just popped out of this egg. But you quickly adjust and remember where you are. And as you too try to speak, it comes out in Draconic. What do you do?
He is just gonna wail in on it. We'll go for a bite and a claw.
Cool. So you just step forwards. Oh. Move you over
Roll
there.
some.
And
Roll some dice.
Right, cool. You do your attacks. You should be able to. Right, yeah. You should be able to control them now. Sorry.
Okay, can I?
Yeah, my bad. They don't auto do it, so I've got. I've moved it into combat,
Awesome,
so you're in
awesome,
combat
awesome.
with it.
So that is a frankly stupid amount. That is a 28 to hit.
That definitely is.
And that is 2d10 is that is a that is a 21 of piercing.
Skadoosh. I'll wait till you finish before I describe it.
And wailing in on it again, this time with a claw, and that is a 24.
That hits.
And that time we are looking at 15.
15. Do you not do cold damage or anything with your bite, or is it just straight up bite?
Let's see, bite. No.
Piercing,
I don't have
slashing.
any.
Yeah, because you have the
it's
two
just-
breaths normally. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Oh. I went to the wrong thing. As you just start tearing into it, as this purple lightning faces off against the blue lightning of what you can assume is, maybe Harry, clashes into each other. You take advantage, run up into it, and just start biting and clawing into it with your huge draconic teeth. Xandria, Summer Breeze, Herald of Summer. What do you do?
Smash.
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 Don't worry, you'll get to Lost Ark soon, right, Poppy?
Smash! We smash! That is 18 plus 6.
Is this thing being flanked right now?
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Would you? No, it's not.
Oh.
Yes, it is. So you get advantage on those strikes because of Ari and Kess.
Yeah. Well, let's roll again just to see. No, the first one was the best one. That's fine. That's fine. So we have. Do you know what? I'll make my life easier. So that is 10 points of slashing, 6 points of fire. The first one.
First great axe swing, BAM! Oh, by the way, you hit it twice. One. You take 9 points of lightning damage, Cass.
Okay.
9 points of lightning.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just as a note to you two, sorry, if you have added damage, you don't take the dragon thing doesn't exist while you two are in this form. So the healing damage doesn't exist while you're in this form.
Oh, jeez, numbers are all different. I'll keep a track of it on my.
Second attack is a dirty 20.
So that one hits.
Do 11 points of slashing, 4 points of fire.
15. As your two fiery great axe swings slash into it, taking chunks of its flesh away, you take 4 points of lightning damage.
That's just me.
That is
nice
you.
And quick and simple.
It gets round to the spider's go. It looks around. It's kind of twisting like a 360 looking around, or a 270, where you lot are two dragons in front of it. Ozra's spirit guardians. Oh, it's its turn. Is it start of its turn? Ozra?
Yep.
Fuck's sake. Right, fails.
These bloody-eyed corpses start tearing at this thing's legs, trying to rip them off. 15 points of radiant damage. I love spirit guardians.
Oh, it's brutal. It turns to you and it's looking around everywhere. It kind of like back kicks at the spiritual weapon, just kind of looks around. It whips out at the silver dragon for 20 lots, 27, and does 16 points of piercing damage. We'll do the grapple now. You're same size, so it can't grapple you anyway. The second attack will go at the blue dragon of Ari and do 29. Did you get the damage, Guess? Did I
No,
tell-
sorry,
tell
I
you
was
them?
still counting.
I think it was 17 piercing.
17 piercing,
Yeah,
cool.
and,
Love it.
Harry, you take 10, 11, 14 piercing damage. Again, it can't grapple you as you two are just too big for it to whip round. However, its third strike whips out at... You're both annoying it. Whips out at Zandria for a nat 20.
Oh. Ozra holds out a hand.
For a normal,
Oh,
for a normal.
And this high-pitched scream rings through the chamber as she cancels out that nat 20.
You see a large celestial vulture that swish past you, Zandria. Straight to the DM's eyes.
Marvelous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
12 points instead of 24 of piercing. Oh, sorry, 16. The +4 at the end. So he took 16 instead of 28. That's its attacks. It will now... All 8 of its legs sink about a foot into the ground.
Nah.
What's that about?
Ozra, it's your turn.
Cool. She looks up at these two dragons that have just turned up in the cavern with them, and
One's got a little eagle tattoo on their cheek.
says, "We'll deal with that afterwards." And sort of stays. Is she restrained with this little icon? Is that what that is?
Yeah, from the attack from the first time round.
Cool. That's fine. So she'll. Is that going to be an action to break it?
Action to break, yeah.
Okay, cool. She'll stay where she is then. Spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it's still not moved, so you're...
That's fine.
Is it end of your turn? Does it take it, or start of your turn?
It's start of its turn that it will
its turn,
take
okay,
the.
okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. So, spiritual weapon for the bonus action.
Okay.
One moment.
One momento.
One momento, please. That's a 24 to hit,
Yeah.
and it takes 12 points of force damage.
12.
Yes. And as her action, she will cast Toll the Dead again, as a funeral bell rings out within the cavern. Can it make a wisdom saving throw?
16.
That fails, I'm afraid. Oh, it's D12s.
Ah, yeah, because it's took damage.
Yeah. 11 and 2, so 13 plus 4 is 17 points of necrotic damage.
Damn! You're a... Probably more. You know, celestial than that. But the large bell tolls above its head, and you see the damage rip through itself. That is Ozra's turn. Ruby!
Right, is the spider looking at all any worse for wear? Or is it still?
It looks absolutely destroyed, but its behaviour doesn't portray that. But to look upon it looks in a shit state. It's a high fantasy technical term. What you do notice, Ruby, is lots of hands start bursting out from the ground all around you, like here.
Ooh, that's close.
They have thumbs and fingers, like a humanoid-esque hand, thumb and digits. Some of them are missing a couple, but probably had them.
I've already still got daylight up, so that makes me feel a little bit better.
Remind me of daylight when we finish.
For now, I'm just gonna hit it with blight again. If I could have a wisdom saving throw.
Nat 20.
Flip's sake. Well, why can't you roll nat 20s when Sahara attacks things?
He got a nat 20 on his initiative. On the last fight.
Oh, that was my last level 4 spell. Okay. Right. Let me
So
roll.
is it 8d8 again? Is that all you're doing? Shall I move on, or...?
Yeah, it's 8d8. I'm just trying to work out how to roll 8 of them at the same time instead
You
of
should be able to do it on roll 20
Yeah,
if
you
you
can. I
click
just
on
don't
it.
know how.
If you do like you can do literally click the 5
Ruby,
next to the D8.
Ruby, go to that little dice thing on the left.
Yeah.
And you see all
on
that
there.
at the bottom it says advanced dice roller.
Right,
Another
got it.
thing will pop up, fill it in.
Roll 1. Alright, d8. So roll. There we go. 8d8. Half of 34, please.
17. Cool. Boom! You blight through it, and you lot near it can see its flesh like wither and die rapidly all around the back end, the front end. One of the eyes just withers and dies. We'll go with that. Look. Blighted. That's Ruby's turn. Sahara! Come on, Sahara! Come on!
Go on, Sahara.
Come on, Sahara! You're gonna need to move because Big Bluey pushed you out of the way. Come over here. Stab with that bone spear, in fact. Come on, Sahara.
You what?
He's gonna conjure an elemental. You're fucking right, he is. Let somebody else do the eating. He reaches into the sand. And next to him appears... Holy shit, that's a bit big.
Oh,
Oh, a friend.
He summons this large stone elemental. In fact, he's going to do it from over here so he can get in. And then he just rests his head, bone spear, on the floor. And this earth elemental will slam attack the spider with a 4.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Ah, jeez.
You want to use a reroll?
No.
Mel's getting sassy now that she's a dragon.
Ari, it's your turn.
Oh no, I wasn't expecting that.
I'm gonna use.
Kirsty,
Because you've
I'm
taken me off the
supposed
turn order, I'll go, oh, where's the turn?
your next guess.
Right.
Yep. I know what I'm up
Yeah.
to.
Sapphire,
Cool,
you'll be able to go in a minute as well.
Let me find the thingy. I have to find the stat sheet. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Wait, I gotta.
Hang on. It's haste concentration.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Your daylight's gone.
Daylight's not concentration.
Daylight or light? Are neither of them concentration? Well, then you're laughing then. Carry on.
Daylight's not concentration, and I'm not sure actually
Light's
about
not. Light's
the cantrip light, but
Cantrip's
if
not.
the stick's gone
Yeah.
out, it doesn't matter because we've got daylight.
Yeah. Cool. Carry on. Keep swinging, Harry. Keep swinging.
We are gonna do.
Lightning breath.
No. Thought about it.
Oh,
Hang
God,
on,
he's so excited.
While
I know,
while
it's-
Mel's doing a thing, can I ask a question with
Yes,
regards
go for
to
it.
the sheet you sent through? Are speed stats on there?
Yeah.
Is that all correct? Yeah.
You have everything on there except the differences I told you.
Awesome. That's what I just wanted to check.
Yep.
Wait. Okay, yeah, I can do.
Lightning breath's a
5 feet
line, I
line.
think. So you don't.
Yeah,
get
it's a
anyone.
60-foot line.
And it's a
Okay.
save
Yeah,
from the spider?
we're gonna do that because how often am I a goddamn dragon? Okay.
What is it? Is it Dex?
Dex DC 16.
16.
I mean,
So
based on the charisma saving throws, Mel.
So I've
could
got
be
a-
permanently.
I got a 16. So roll your damage.
Got
and
a
half it.
16, so that would be half damage, wouldn't
Yes.
it? So I'm gonna use the roller because
How many dice?
I don't have that many dice. 10d10. Which is rather nice. 10d10. And then that would be half. Roll. That is 60 points, so half is 30.
Oh,
my
right.
god. Of lightning damage.
The lightning shoots through it. You are in proximity with it, so you do take lightning damage as purple and black lightning shoots off its body towards you. You take 7 points of nothing,
Because I'm
but that is your full go.
Yeah, that
But
is
you are,
cool.
but
'cause
you
how
are
often-
hasted.
That's my full go, though, isn't it?
No, sorry. So if you weren't hasted, that'd be your full go. But because you're
You're
hasted,
hasted.
you get another action. But you don't get to roll to see if it's recharged because that's per turn, not per action.
No, that's fair.
So you
can I
you
do
bite
a
and
multi
claw.
attack?
You can.
Yeah. Cool. We will try
Don't
and
put the
do.
fucking druid with a dragon.
But to be fair, the druid didn't know that.
That's true.
No,
That's
the
true.
druid just thought there was
a
going to be a
dragon.
rogue sneak attacking
I
everything
can just
6
see,
times a day.
just see Ruby cast haste, turn into a dragon, look at her finger and be like, what the fuck?
We just rolled a natural 19, so
What
I
did
think
I
we hit.
drink this morning?
Yeah, yeah, that definitely is. No.
No, Ruby's reaction to this is, well, now he's just showing off.
I'm worried now if Mel gets an at 20. She's been so excited for 18s and 19s.
I'm so excited! Like,
She
this
might
one
actually
die.
pass out.
I
Yeah.
know, right? I'm
So what
like,
did you get? What did you get?
That is 15 points of piercing
Did you
plus
hit? Did you hit?
6. Well, I rolled a natural 19,
Yeah,
so
there you go.
yes.
19 plus stuff.
So 15
Plus
piercing
9.
plus 9 lightning.
No, you
What?
right. 15 piercing,
Piercing.
plus 6 lightning.
Plus 6 lightning. Is that the first attack, yeah?
That's first attack.
Right, go.
Attack. 14 plus 9 to hit.
That hits you.
Yep. So that is maths. 13 points of piercing plus 1 lightning damage.
You take 9. You take 13 points of nothing. As the lightning just hits you and just races all over your blue scales, and you're like, ooh. Is that you done?
That is me done, yeah.
Yes, Fiona, you're up.
Cool.
Is Andrea you're next?
He's going to kind of like reassess sort of where he is, kind of see these kind of creepy hand things, and his little bit of dragon wings he's got to do with flap, and he's gonna take some air.
Okay,
and
so
kind of move.
the ceiling is about 25 feet max. Just so
Yeah,
you're aware.
he's only kind of going kind of 10 foot up, just like because
Oh, okay.
these
Oh, you just
hands are
want
kind
to
of
look
giving him
dramatic. Okay.
the absolute heebie-jeebies.
You're going 10
Um,
feet up, it will attack of opportunity you.
Cool.
It will look at you and wave with its spider leg. Hey!
And then I would quite like you to do a Constitution saving throw, please.
Would you?
I would, please.
Constitution saving throw 24.
Yep. So it will be half damage
Are you breathing
on
it? Oh, well, why did I?
cold breath.
Did you fly over there? Okay. Cold breath, yeah? Oh, is it
Yeah.
a cone?
It is a cone,
How far?
30 foot.
Oh, I see what you did. I see what you did.
Yeah, you
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Give us a sec. I'm just gonna bung this into the calculator because that's gonna be quicker than me trying to math. So.
Cool. So that's your breath weapon and your movement, so I'll move on to Zandria while you do the math.
Yep.
In fact, wait there, Zandria. I just need... Actually... Yeah, just wait there. I need... Tell me what you get.
Adding.
I was like, I'm gonna make roll 20 to
So that is divided by 2. We are looking at 29 points of cold damage.
How would Kesvion Summerbreeze, wielder of the Silver Dragon, care to dispatch this monster?
Hey.
Yeah.
As your breath of ice spreads out from you.
Kind of just like that, to be honest. He's
Reciting your titles.
at this point is mostly just winging it.
Hey.
No, painful.
Painful.
But kind of just reacting purely on sort of guess I'm a dragon now instinct, and kind of pulling from that weird dragon magic deep down, and just this burst of cold air, wrecking that spider's sizable shit.
The fire in your lasers.
Yeah.
As the arcane cold... What are you doing? Animation. There we go. Go away. As the arcane cold roars from your mouth, takes what's left of this creature and turns it into nothing but a frozen husk of a good sizable spider with not many descriptive terms for those that don't like it. it crumples. It's like still sunken in the ground. The lightning that was racing down its legs into the ground fades, and all the arms that Ruby you saw popping out of the ground just kind of go and limp, and just kind of, some disappear back beneath the ground, others just like kind of fall over, not attached to any limbs, some just stay there, not moving. And you are out of combat. Ari and Kesvion, you are still dragons. Over to Vay.
Just about to ask.
Over to Vay. That high-pitched scream, Sapphire, agony. The girl with no hands, tears pouring down her face, sobbing and sobbing, not screaming, just overwhelming sobbing, cannot stop herself from crying. The ivory-clad, soul-forged 9 feet of what appears to be some sort of, indomitable force is just screaming in agony to the skies. Arterion stands. There is a blue energy that just builds in his hand, like when a sun eclipses. So you see the blue energy, and then the white line around the blue energy is a perfect sphere forms in his hand, and that perfect sphere goes from blue and it goes darker and darker to a purple, almost black, but you can, with a white trim, you can see that there is a purple colouring to how dark this sphere is, and they just hold it in their hands staring at you.
Sapphire looks to the girl, kind of starts getting in his head what is actually happening here, and relaxes an Agonata and like puts it by his side. Just gently shakes his head. He's not going to do anything to stop this.
Arterion lets the sphere seep into their hand and disappear. Blue and purple flame just engulfs their hand and fades. Arterion drops to his knees, just falls forward and starts smushing the ignited salt with this white flame out of the way, breaking it. As the circle breaks, the girl with no hands looks up, light pours out of her mouth as she screams skyward and disappears. The ivory soul forged, if they could cry, the movements they're doing with their heavy shoulders, that sobbing motion, but no tears. The piercing white gold eyes dim a little, and they turn and they look towards the back of the stables. Arterion goes over and tries to give comfort to this enormous hunk of soul-forged wood and metal. There's a banging on the stable door. Sapphire, you in there? Voice of Solomon. Another bang. No words. Probably Owlbearer.
Sapphire looks back at the door for a moment, just says, "Yeah, I'm in here. I'm okay. Just go ahead and chill. Just give us a moment."
What? Why's the door locked?
Just needed some privacy. That's all. I'll be up at the inn in a second.
You want a drink?
Yeah, no, that would be great. That jug was not big enough for me to be drinking as well.
Give me a persuasion check.
He's now not, like, his eyes are back on
Yep.
the pair. It's not. Oh, that's not great.
Reroll.
My minus
Reroll.
one.
Like 1,000.
I assume there's some in there.
That's better. That's a 19 take away one, so that's 18.
Okay. It goes quiet on the other side of the door. I get a few in just in case it's going to be a while. More for us, Owlbearer. More for us. You can't see, but you can imagine Owlbearer's shaking the red. There's no sound. Footsteps lead away from the stables. You can assume Owlbearer and Solomon have headed away on your suggestion.
Sapphire puts Iron Rebuke back on his back. If I'd known what was happening, I wouldn't have even come in. What are you doing here?
The ivory soulforge turns. The white eyes now a normal brightness. No urgency of anger or emotion, just there. And you hear a soft voice, but with a bit of bass to it. I'm looking for something. Arterion puts his hand up. You do not have to tell him. They exchange glances. I'm looking for a mirror.
My life in mirrors lately. Oh,
they raise a massive armoured hand. Your friends are in danger. I lent them what I could.
Thank you for doing that. I will be returning to them as soon as I'm able. I'm here because of the temple where I was trained. There was a 20-foot demon with a mirror around his neck.
There's a moment where her eyes, or their eyes, sorry, burn white. Colossus! They turn and slam fists straight through the back of the stables. Wood splinters everywhere. Arterian puts himself between you and this Ivory Warforged, Soulforged. Calm. Calm, the Tathrin, calm.
Yes. Yes, that's... The thing in the mirror is... Well, seemed to want to talk to me. I've encountered them before.
Turns to that. Why?
Because I was foolish enough to touch the mirror when I was in the Realm of Echoes. I got drawn into the mirror.
Drawn in by its beauty, or stepped through to a world unbeknown to you? From your look... pulled through. I was inside the mirror, yes, but it wasn't a gentle walking in. Foolish cat.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. And yet here I am offering you information and aid. Well, mostly for them, not for you. He says, nodding at the Soulforged.
You have a natural gift for sensing people's emotions around you. There's a lot of them when people are around you. The anger switches to Arterian now, and this time the Tathrin, as you now know them to be, puts their enormous hand on Arterian's shoulder. He's not at fault, Arterian. Colossus is. And the anger rises again. Rises even.
He killed the man that raised me, essentially. He's destroyed the temple where I trained and grew. All those that I knew as I learned to control my inner rage. They're all gone. I barely got away with my life. My companions barely got away with their lives.
The Tathrin Sasha turns to you. You are much alike. Maybe you two are a dragon. And then turns and looks back at the hole in the stable wall. It's a confusing sentence, like there's no... It's just a complete change of how she stands, or how they stand, sorry.
He is taken from you as well?
The Tathrin's history is akin to the one you have just described. There is no need to dig. And it just reaches back and puts their hand on the back of the Soulforged, the Tathrin. Are you heading back up?
I was hoping to find a way to get myself and the two I'm with back where we came from.
Which is?
We were in with the Jesuit.
I can return you to Autumn if you so wish. If you wish to walk away from Kelthias, I would understand.
What do you plan on doing?
The Tathrin turns. Arterian, you must share with him what we know. They promised me their souls. It's the least you can do. Sit. And Arterian sits, bolt upright, as to keep his course in perfect form. And he's just assumed you're going to sit. Do you sit?
Yeah, Sapphire sits cross-legged.
Cool. The Order of Pale are a paladinic order, not just by description, but in the literal sense. They are fiends, demons, devils, whatever the common folk and mortals call them. They are from the plane of hell. But they worship a deity. A trilogy of divine existences created by the creator titan that the Vey know as Strand. They were death in its purest form, and Strand banished them to a realm that would not hurt this one. It is impossible to kill them in their current state. But these paladins of the Pale wish to bring their true faith through those cursed mirrors into this realm. But it is not as easy as one thinks to reverse the magic of a creator titan. They need souls to bind. They need the power to bring back that which is dead but soulless. And they need protection from the light of life. It is here they seek your master, your sensei. His chosen path of mercy has brought him blood, and his desire to be merciful will give life to those dead that are soulless.
Sapphire lets out a string of curse words in Viconian.
Arterian responds in Viconian as a jolly bantery form of those curse words.
Well, they've gotten that. My sensei is dead, and they took his energy, the energy that I use, the energy that all of those at the temple used.
Then they are one step of three closer.
So the thing in the mirror was one of these destroyer deities.
There are three essences created because of the existence of death. They embody it in its purest form. They are death. They cannot be killed. They cannot be destroyed. They must be in a different form for them to be removed. It is why Strand banished them through the mirror to a pocket realm designed all for themselves. And these demons worship them as the true faith of Colossus. Kelthias is once an imp walking in a field, now a lord of hellfire. I would imagine similar to yourself, Sapphire Waters, a cub running in the snow, now a warrior of the Temple of Hawaii. Myself and the Tathrin Sasha will walk the mountain, and we will see for ourselves what Kelthias has done to your temple. And then you just say in the Tathrin, I will destroy Kelthias.
You said you could send me back, and my companions back to the Realm of Autumn.
With ease.
Could you send the three of us back to my other friends? You said you had helped them somehow.
That was not I, and that is magic even I do not understand, and just kind of looks back at Natathrun.
It's okay, if I can get back to the Realm of Autumn.
The voice of Natathrun goes very soft, and they step forward, and in their 9-foot ivory plate armour, just put their hands ever so gently on either side of your face, and they squash your cheeks. And in a very childish voice, they just go, "It's dragon magic." And then they just step back and start playing with the straw and stuff that's kind of just hanging over the thing. And you get a very childish vibe right now from Natathrun, as they just play with a straw near the horses and pat the horses.
Sapphire looks over at Altarian. Look, we didn't get off on the best of feet. But I was very much not understanding everything that was going on. I still don't understand half of what's going on, but I know more. And I don't... It sounds like we want the same things, at least.
Just nods at you.
You want them protected. I understand that. My friends and what they gave to allow her freedom, we understand that. Cathias has just taken everything that I had in this land from me and has removed a big chunk of the defenses that Faye has against these creatures. I don't know exactly how I'm linked to that thing in the mirror, but there is some kind of link there. It wanted to speak to me. I do need to go back to my friends. I can't do any help here alone. And with my friends in danger, I need to be by their side, but is there a way we can stay in contact or contact you again in the future? Because it seems like we're both gathering bits of information from different sides of what's going on.
Take this. And it pulls a small button from their pink and cherry blossom corset and just passes it to you. Once and once only will I allow you to use some of my magic to contact me. Do not attempt to contact Natathrun. Her mind is still warming up to have been returned.
I can kind of see that, yeah.
2. I will send you back to Autumn and the Jesuit, whoever that is these days.
Myself, Solomon, and Owlbearer, the two that came with me as well.
I know not their names, but yes, they can go as well. And 3. Be wary of these 2, for however they are involved with the demons, I do not know yet. And he puts both his hands out, and on his palms 2 figures appear. One you recognise immediately as a lioness, covered in the same tribal clothing you've seen your sister in many times over. You see Soul Taker. In the other hand, you see the likeness of someone you know, but there is something different about them. They have chalky white skin bordering on grey, very light, pale blue-grey irises. There is a dark charcoal rim around the eyes. They have long wavy hair, starting dark grey, almost black at the roots, and goes pale grey at the ends. Sharp pointed canine teeth, elven ears, high cheekbones. Clerical robes of dark blue and black. There is a tabard hanging from their belt that bears the symbol of a hand with claws. There is a similar symbol hanging around her neck. The pauldrons are made of dark metal and black fur that you assume would match the clawed hand. Across her shoulders, underneath her robes, there is chainmail. She wields a long sword that is in her hand and a round steel shield with the same clawed hand on the front. She looks very like Osra. And that is where we're going to leave tonight's session. Boom. So a couple Do you know when you're like, do you want me to send me what? I was like, yeah, I need it now. I need it now.
Right now.
So, yeah, that went on a bit later than normal. My apologies. I just wanted to get it to that point. Thank you very much for watching. It's been brilliant. That was a hell of a fight. Big thank you for Sean for being patient enough for me bouncing backwards and forwards.
That was great.
But yeah, the fight was great, and well done players for, there was a lot going on, so well played for just rolling with it, and it went a lot smoother than I thought it was going to go, so thank you very much for that. Chat, you've been amazing. Thank you for all the re-rolls. Super, super cool. Thank you again to Sasha for taking time out of her Mondays to come and join us.
Monday?
Yeah. What day is it?
Tuesday.
Yeah, we talk on
Tuesday.
a Monday, all right? We talk on a Monday.
Yeah.
Take your time out of her Mondays to play on a Tuesday, all right? So I think we've got you for 1 or 2 more, maybe 1 more.
At least another week, maybe more. We'll see.
We'll see. We shall see. But thank you very much, Sasha, for joining us.
Thank
Cheers,
you for having me, guys.
Take care of yourselves. Am I raiding somebody?
Ashana's on, I think.
Ashana's on, yeah.
Yay! So we're going to raid Ashana. Please just jump in, say hello, tell her you've come from us. She's amazing. But yeah, so for now, players, say goodbye, players.
Bye,
players.